Okay, how's about that? There we go. I don't know why it's been doing that lately instead of staying on by default. But there we go. Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Good to see you, Waluigi Bowser. We're out here, we're gaming. I am going to get my Bluetooth controller set up over here um, because I just started up the game and it recommended using a controller. So that's good. Okay, we're on. We're good. Here it connected to the game, so that's good. And that will also spare you hearing the typing sounds that shake my mic because I don't have a good mic setup. So yeah, this was a little bit of an impromptu choice to start streaming today. I've been meaning to play this game for a long time, for months at least. The Anime Sickos, friends of the show, the Anime Sickos, they had an episode interviewing the developer of this game, and the themes sounded super interesting. Their process in making a game as kind of thematically expansive as this is with a really small developer team was really impressive. Like all the audio lines are completely acted through. Their voice acting instructions are a little bit different from what a lot of like visual novels normally give to their actors, so it sounds a little bit more naturalistic. So I'm really looking forward to that aspect. But most of all, what I'm interested in about this game is the story. This is a very story driven game, from everything I understand. It is set in a futuristic world, I believe, thousands of years, maybe 1,000, hence the title, after a pandemic that has just obliterated society, and the world has been shaped by the particulars of like the one person who was immune to the pandemic. I believe that's the kind of table setting. I don't think any of this is spoilers. This is just kind of the premise of what the game is about. And from what I've heard, there's tons of surprises along the way. So hopefully that's not ruining anything ahead of time. Hey, Chubby Kumquat. Yes, very story driven game. I don't think it's too mechanics heavy, which is good because I'm not a good gamer. I found out so many cool games through the stream that I had never go play. Well, that's what watching a stream is. There's so many games that like I never have the time to play or the patience to get all the way through. But if I can watch another person get through it, that's more of a passive activity that you can do anywhere. Like I'll watch a stream while I'm doing chores or working out or something. Because I care about the storytelling aspect of gaming. Like that's what's most interesting to me. I'm not good at anything that requires like really fast twitchy reflexes, especially after my hand injury. I'm very lucky to be able to hold a controller again after everything that happened to my hand. So that's beautiful. So I'm excited to check this shit out. Waluigi says, yeah, most voice acting in anime and indie stuff, the voice direction sounds off, while Western cartoons media makes it sound more natural, realistic. Yeah, and it's like some of it's a stylistic thing. Some of it might be that the teams just don't have the same frames of reference. But yeah, dubs are notoriously bad, right? Like most dub acting is just really over the top. Honestly, a lot of voice acting, it's just the style. Like a lot of Western cartoons, that the voice acting is just too over the top for my taste, and I find it kind of jarring. But what I've heard is that this one is really well done. And the anime sickos, they've developed radio plays, they've made games and all this stuff like that. They have really good artistic judgment. I really love the stuff Tom Harrison has to say about the process of making art. So when they were like gushing over this game, I was really excited to check it out. And yes, my hand is working really well. I have installed a little foam like L-shaped bracket on the edge of my desk that is working really well as a wrist elevator and keeping me in a more neutral position. I don't have any pain in either of my hands. And I'm also using a vertical mouse. So you hold it like this. And so that's when it's on a desk, it's a more natural position. And that's been really good, I think, for my hand too. It's certainly not exacerbating things. So, yes, beautiful things are coming together. Take what wins we can get. We don't know what the injury is. It's not carpal tunnel. We don't know where it came from. It was an inflamed FPL tendon, which is the tendon that does this. Oh my god, I have a huge range of motion now on this hand. I was not able to bend this at all a few weeks ago. This is so amazing. They thought at first it was like ruptured, but it was just like really swollen and strained or something. Oh, thanks for following Mix R Cuss F. Thanks for being here. Um, I'm getting tested. I need to see a rheumatologist. I'm going to get tested for some autoimmune things that could have caused a flare. That would not be surprising to me because I was also feeling pain in my good hand, and there's just certain things that like really aggravate both hands for me. So we want to avoid having anything like that happen again in the future. It could be I have these really ridiculously hypermobile joints, which the hand therapist really affirmed that they're just like crazy floppy, my joints. And so I think some mix of that and writing a ton and repetitive stress and lifting weights, sometimes not in the best of form. I think I've just really did a lot of damage to it. And then I think I was also kind of clenching in the night due to stress. So that's my guess. It's probably several things that amount to doing too much and not taking care of my body in the way that it actually works. We'll find out if hopefully it never happens again. And I'm gonna try. I've been really going pretty gentle with my body, and especially with regard to like writing and work stress and stuff like that. So I think that's where we're at. Um, yes, joint gremlins. Hello, Edge Peasant. Oh, my condolences about work. Thank you for censoring work. Trying to keep the stress down here. Lulu Finks, hello, hello, hello. Yes, this is Dee Dee the Deer. This song is by Mergs ZT on Tumblr. Really, really talented furry artist, and this is all painted from a reference photo of me. This is my author photo in Graceland Cemetery in Chicago, which is this beautiful. It's one of the oldest nature reserves in the country. Is this cemetery? And it has the L tracks right behind it. Lots of beautiful natural prairie grasses, and right now it's got my deer Sona in it. So yeah, uh, it's just adorable. Mask for mask. Weather change is never helpful with that stuff either. It was really really cold when I had the hand issues too, and heat definitely helps relax it. So I think there was a lot going on. I also sleep on my hands really weird. I'm not doing that anymore, but that was just my default. So that also happens. DD Devin, I think we had the same earbuds. Oh yeah, these are like the J Labs. They're good. They're cute color. It's a good time. Um, yeah. So let's dive into A Thousand Times Resist. This is going to be pretty different from my other streams where I've been reading a lot of text and like narrating the game because everything's voice acted. So it'll be more actually just like reacting to things. I'm going in pretty cold, other than knowing a little bit about the plot and hearing the developer talk about their process on Anime Sickos. But very excited. The JLab voice of the thing, wireless earbuds. Yes, I love all that kind of um, like tech voice, not like the TikTok narrator voice, but like the ones that sound a little bit more robotic. Hey, Artistic Bum. Hi, gay. Hi, gay. Love it. All right. Yeah, please don't sleep on your hands. Learn from me. My cat has been forcing me to roll over because she likes to sit on my chest. So she really came into my life when I needed it the most. But yeah, this hypermobility stuff. Don't show off all the crazy party tricks you can do with your hand or your body if you're hypermobile. Um, Wear wrist wraps when you work out if you do any weightlifting. Be easy on your body, please. I had to warm up my voice to do a hospital sim gig the other day. I never used to have to pre-T. Talking is hard. Oh, buddy. Oh, that's a whole conversation we could get into here. Are you speaking from your diaphragm? Um, I don't know how much you know about this stuff, so forgive me if I'm telling you things you already know, but vocal technique is so important. It's something that people should be taught if they're in any kind of field where you're teaching, lecturing, recording, performing. I assuming if you're doing hospital simulation, you probably have an acting background, so you probably know this stuff. Because it was mostly from actors that I learned this stuff. But I used to be all up in my throat all the time, doing a lot of damage to my vocal cords, and learning to use the diaphragm has been such a help, and why I didn't die in the audiobook recording studio. Wrist brace, wear a wrist brace to bed. Yes, there's all different kinds. There's one specifically for protecting the FPL joint. Tell me all the things. I was an improviser, so I have some good bass skills, but I could use a trans lens. Okay, we'll do a quick, before we dive into the game, we'll do a quick vocal training. These are general vocal training skills, right? These are relevant regardless of gender or whatever. So you have your throat voice, your head voice, that you might feel most activated when you're doing like customer service voice, like being fake nice to people, or if you're singing things that are like really high pitched. This is also the register that women are most expected to speak in most of the time. So you may do that if you were trying to gender conform or forced to gender conform to the standards of women. It also is a huge strain if you're not doing it properly. Like, speaking and vocalizing should be about as easy as just breathing. It is the breath that is doing the work. So if you feel a lot of tightness in your throat or anything feels like it's straining, there's a lot of different things that you can do to kind of improve that. Literally opening up your throat. And there's like vocal coaching videos you can find online to help with that. Even taking a breath shouldn't feel like sucking in air. It should be like letting the air fall in. You're just opening your throat and the air kind of comes in, and you're using your abs and your lungs to kind of pull it in more than, you know. So, and doing what you can to like get rid of some tightness in the throat is huge. A new one that I learned recently is if you think about the back of your tongue, it's probably a little bit curled if you have any tension. So just trying to flatten out the back of your tongue and open up your throat. That's a new one that I'm working on right now. There's a bunch of different things to do with tightness that can cause a lot of vocal damage. I can post some links later for people interested in that. Certainly something I'm still learning, and I'm wanting to take some proper voice lessons to master some of this stuff better. But that's one area where if you're losing your voice, it's probably a lot of tightness and a lot of high pitch. The easiest fix, though, is to get out of that throat voice and get down into the chest, into the diaphragm. This is a much more sustainable, louder, usually deeper register, and it is propelled by your lungs far more. You're doing a lot more belly breathing. It's a lot more sustainable. So for me, the best cue for knowing whether I'm speaking in my diaphragm, aside from the pitch, like I can feel the difference very easily these days, after years, is you want to put your hands on the back of your ribs like this. So I'll just show you. I'm like putting my hand right here on the back of my rib cage, and when I'm speaking from my diaphragm, I can feel vibration back here. If the vibration is getting all the way back there when you speak, then you are definitely using your full lung capacity. You're using the lower part of your lung to project and breathe. It's usually going to be a little bit slower. You can't really speak as quickly. When you're up in the throat voice, you can speak really, really fast and really strained and do a lot of damage. Whereas when you're breathing more from your diaphragm, it's a lot more intentional. It's going to feel a little bit laborious at first because it's, you know, it's a new set of muscles that you're learning to work out. Christian Linklater. Linklater's Freeing the Natural Voice. Beautiful. Thank you for the tip, Edge Peasant. Telling me relaxing is good for my body again. This shit sucks. Yes, it is really true. If you're Transmasc, this stuff also really helps with you not having the stereotypical T-boy voice. That we love her. We love the stereotypical T-boy voice. But if you want to be able to sound like a guy on the phone, hey, what's up? getting into your lower register is useful for yelling and intimidating people. It's useful, and it's very good for projecting in a room. And I get a lot of compliments on my voice, and that's because I practiced this stuff for years, even before starting testosterone. And I was losing my voice as a teacher. I was in the classroom all day, speaking in my throat, trying to sound more feminine, because people had always told me when I was a kid that I had a man voice and that I needed to fix it and change it. And so I had like messed myself up trying to falsely feminize my voice and make it more compliant. And so then I just practiced for years because I was getting really bad laryngitis from that, speaking in the low register. Another thing that I recommend is just sing in the shower, talk to yourself, talk around the house, imitate voices when you're watching TV shows or you're reading something out of a book. Practice playing with your voice in these different registers, and then you can kind of move it up and down from how high up it is in your throat versus low down in your chest. The more control you have over this stuff, the easier it is to prevent any strain and problems and to do kind of just fun stuff with it, like singing, voice acting, and so on. Steph Senyati on YouTube also has some amazing videos on voice training. They're targeted for trans women, but I watched them when I was like in egg mode, and I got a lot out of them. And she really says, find some voices that you like, that you want to imitate, and take notes from. Who do you want to sound like? What sounds like a good fit for you? And for me, that was really helpful with singing. I always knew there were male singers that I liked to imitate. Ever since I was a little kid, I always had a voice that was a little bit lower, even before testosterone. And so I just really returned to like singing Bare Naked Ladies songs and things like that. And that also really helped with the breath control and everything. Get silly and learn how to play with your voice. Exactly. Okay, there was a lot of great messages in the chat. So let me scroll back up. Edge Peasant, yes, thank you for putting all the tips in. Breathing and relaxation are very important. There's a bunch of great YouTube resources. Artistic Bum said, what I want to know is why my speaking voice is so low and my singing voice is so high. Well, I'm learning more about like singing stuff right now, so I can't say I know for sure, but what I've heard is that having a really strong bass for your lower register when you're singing really helps, that you start with that even just at the beginning of practice. But I think for a lot of people, your head voice or your like throat voice, the higher pitch, is a little easier to have precise control over when you're just trying to sing. I know that's certainly true for me. Like if I'm imitating a song that's like more complicated and I want to actually get the notes right, it's easier if that song is in my throat register. I think it's more precise control versus kind of the expansive control of the lower register. So I think that's part of why some people kind of go to their falsetto chest or throat voice for singing. It's a little bit easier to fine tune. Unfortunately, and that's not bad. It's just you need to make sure you're doing it in a relaxed way, because if you're tight, you can do a lot of strain. What do you use when just like chatting with friends? I like the deeper voice thing, but do you only use it for like projecting and teaching and podcasting? It really depends on the context. This voice has like right now I'm using chest voice. When I'm streaming, I'm usually using chest voice, except for when we're like being goofy and silly. So like when like Maddie and I are on a stream and we're like joking or like just keying it up, that's usually when I go more into throat voice a little bit. Around queer people, like I was just at a party yesterday and everybody was talking in this kind of like Zoomer sleepy register, like, oh, that's great, that's cool, very Paris Hilton. And I was imitating that too, because the chest voice that I use the most often, that if you're here you've heard me use the most often, people find it intimidating. It can be a little too formal or too authoritative for a lot of situations. This is my like authority voice. Like if I want people to listen to me, I use that voice. Whereas a lot of times I want to dial that back a lot to make people feel comfortable. And so then I'll use something either that's a little higher pitched or just you soften it a little bit. Like it's not quite as booming. There's like, I hope you can probably hear a little bit of the difference here that I'm I'm still a little bit low. I'm still using the diaphragm, but I'm not like fully projecting. Um, like this is more the full projecting, and then this is more like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, that's cool, totally. And there's aspects of inflection and word choice too that change depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. Being a femboy with the raspy, cracked feminine voice that sounds like a Valley Girl voice. I love that. Yes, love the Valley Girl voice. Um, I went from performing weekly to like once a quarter, so this is all helpful to remember. Got to keep up the work. Yeah, and make it fun. Like the reason I was able to do it was because it was fun. Like I like singing even though I'm not a good singer. I enjoy singing. I was singing songs around the house that I liked. I was talking to myself, you know. I was acting things out, you know, just playing around. If you've ever been around actors, you know they're always like doing accents with each other, practicing like British accents and shit. Um, Here in America, anyway. Um, if anybody wants to do vocal warm ups in the Discord, I will do this with people. That would be really fun. That sounds really fun. My T voice change song is "Let the Eagle Soar" by former Attorney General John Ashcroft. I sing it about once a month. I um by the Crash Test Dummies is my like kind of novelty one because that song is, if you were alive in the 90s, you know that song is ridiculously low. So I'll just be doing dishes and I'll be like, once there was this girl who couldn't go and change with the girls in the change room, and when they find like just to plunge the depths of the range and see how low I can get. Um, it's fun. Uh, and high too, like because you kind of have to preserve your high range because when you're on T, your vocal cords thicken. You can still do a lot, and I really like my high register more now on T because it sounds more smoky and rich, and people seem to like it, which is cool. Um, when I speak in my diaphragm in German and my throat in English, yeah, different languages have different vocal postures. And what I've heard is that American accents are more exhausting than British accents. That's something that Philosophy Tube has talked about. Abigail Thorne, she said that when she's doing a fake American accent, when she's acting and playing an American character, it is way more vocally intensive. And part of that could be because she is playing a character, so it's not natural for her. But she does a bunch of different British accents as well when she's acting, and I believe it. Like again, we're like American English is this like big, loud, bombastic thing that takes a lot of oxygen, so it makes sense. When I speak English in Germany, I find it way more comfortably to speak in a German accent to speak in my normal American accent. I get tired. Yeah, yeah. I think there is something to it that the standard American accent is really because a lot of it comes from like broadcasters, right? We're all not all of us, but a lot of Americans are imitating the mid-Atlantic broadcaster voice that became ubiquitous, and that is a voice to project, right? Um, like those guys in like those mid-century like newsreels. That's an exhausting way to talk, uh, and the modern day American accent is pretty exhausting too. A kid called me a man lady as a child. Yep. Yeah, I had like, why do you sing like a boy? Like people would say that to me as a kid. Let's see what else. Girl child and had puberty voice cracks like the boys. Yep. Yeah, we have a boost in testosterone and estrogen in puberty, no matter your gender assignment. Uh, and there are a lot of different ways to capture femininity or masculinity. This is another thing that Steph Sanyati's videos go into. Um, Pitch is not the most important thing. A lot of trans femmes, when they are vocal training, pitch is like the first thing that they focus on. They put a ton of energy into boosting their pitch, and that alone does not necessarily get read by the average person as feminine by itself or as female, quote unquote. Um, it gets read as quote unquote fag voice, and we love that. I love fag voice, but people are not necessarily going to um, read your gender correctly based on their assumptions that they have about that. And so a lot of things, it's like breathiness, softness, vocal cadence, rhythm. And those are all things that you can kind of manipulate and play with um, to have your chosen effect. And I find this stuff fun, but having to think about it can be kind of crazy making if you don't find it fun. So that's my rant on vocal training. Join the Piscord in that link if you want to hit up Edge Peasant for further vocal training links. Um, yeah, this stuff is so fun. I'm thinking of Denise and how David Duchovny didn't pitch his voice much higher, but altered those other things and nailed it. Yes, that is another thing that is so amazing. Thank you for the follow, Astral Fox. I appreciate it. Um, there's so many things that David Duchovny did right with that portrayal of a trans woman character in Twin Peaks that he just really embodied her in a really nice way. A lot of times when a cis guy is playing a woman character, whether it's just for like a comedy bit or it's a trans character, they'll do this like very artificial, high pitched voice that nobody uses in the world. It's very weird and very sexist. And there's a lot of different things that you can kind of manipulate about the voice to change its impact. And softness is a huge one. Softness, breathiness, vocal fry. You don't have to do vocal fry. Even just like where your voice is sitting in your mouth. Like, is it at the very front of your mouth? If this metaphor doesn't make any sense to you, just play around with it. Because I know how they talk about this stuff can be strange. But like, is your voice in the back of your throat? Is it down in your chest? Is it in your mouth? How much is your mouth kind of sticking out? How big is your mouth kind of like pursed and small, or is it open wide? All kinds of things. Yeah, I'd be curious how David Duchovny prepared. From interviews I've seen about Twin Peaks and Denise, it seems like he knows his shit. Like, it just in a very intuitive way. Like, I don't know whether he's like queer in some way or just like has been in those spaces, but it seemed like he knew not to like overdo it and be demeaning with anything, which is so unusual for the time period or for today. Um, yeah, or when cis guys do the gay feminine stereotype too. Like, yeah, there's like a version of like gay voice that they do, the straight people, straight men do, that is not accurate. Like, they'll do a lisp also, but there's different kinds of gay lisps. Like there's a sibilant s. Like, there's all kinds of different linguistic stuff going on, and there's different kinds of lisps. And sometimes people do the wrong kind of lisp when they're meaning to do the gay lisp, and it's really obvious and annoying. Teaching the healthcare providers how to treat trans patients is my only real gig now, and no matter what I throw them off, it is my job to be professional trans, and it's fun to make them rethink all their gender stuff. Yeah, yeah, and I hope they're like scared of you, and like taking notes from you and apologetic and all that stuff, you know, because then and maybe you control them and teach them that like we all have psychic powers or something. Just give them some like trans healthcare advice that's just not even relevant, or something like that. Hey, Photo, welcome. We're talking about the voice. I know you've been having a great time with your testosterone voice journey. This is kind of making me want to pull up a video of my old voice a little bit. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh, neurotypicals failing to replicate the autistic stuttering voice. Oh my lord, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Um, God, the only video of my own voice that I can think of the most easily is that awful one of me rapping to Hamilton, which I do not want to show. Let's see if I can find my old YouTube channel, because I had some old class lectures there back in the day. I just took my shot that I was 2 days overdue on. For some reason, I can never do it on time, even though it is precious, precious liquid gold to me. Oh, that's another thing. Hating hearing your own voice. That's another thing that practice really does remedy so much. Like, you get more used to it, and something about your brain just kind of corrects so that you no longer experience that disjoint. Like, now what I hear in my head of my voice matches what I hear on videos. It's very strange. Like, it's not jarring anymore. And I think that's purely just from doing a ton of interviews, watching videos. Listening to your voice back is another useful part of vocal training. It can be mortifying, but listen to it, see what you like, see what you don't like. And just from exposure, you will stop having that uncanny experience of, oh, my voice on recording does not sound the way it sounds in my head. You learn to kind of correct for it. I remember stumbling across an interview you did about laziness and I think being like, whoa, voice different. And I assumed it was T, but now I'm curious what other voice training stuff went into the change. Well, let's see. That would have been in early 2021 that some of the first laziness interviews were getting done. So I was on testosterone for a few years at that point, but I've been on testosterone many more years now. And I also had my whole little detransition craziness moment where I stopped hormones for a while. And for me, you don't lose the thickening of the vocal cords. Your pitch doesn't necessarily go up, but when I'm off T, I do think my voice softens a little bit. So it could be that. And then sometimes it's just like when I'm on NPR, I do NPR voice. Or like if I'm feeling nervous, maybe I'll do more like a ingratiating high-pitched voice. Super fascinating that your inner voice changed to match your voices for others. Yeah. Also, hello, Emmy Heed. Yeah, I think it's because normally there's a disjoint because you're getting a lot of the bass register. You're getting a lot of vibrations in your head. And so your voice sounds lower and more resonant than when you hear it on a recording. It doesn't have that layers of boom. Basically, you have all this noise, this low registered noise when you hear your own voice because your head is vibrating, your jaw is vibrating, your vocal cords are vibrating, and that's affecting your ears. So I think basically what happened is from listening to my voice on recording many, many times over the years, I learned to just like filter that out and correct for it. Because what I'm hearing isn't accurate, right? Like what you hear of your own voice is just, it's what it sounds like in there, inside, but there's a lot of like lower register stuff. I think that's what's going on there. That and just getting more control over the instrument. I want to make my voice raspy. Okay, so that is one. I'm not going to give any advice on that yet because I don't trust myself to do it, but there are ways to do that will not do damage to your voice. But there are ways that will do damage to your voice, so be careful and practice. It should not hurt. And without vaping. That was, I used to love getting sick. I used to love smoking and things like that because it was like, oh, I'm making my voice lower. But then I learned about beautiful testosterone doing that. This is such a fun conversation topic. We're going to never get to the game at this rate. Okay, let me pull up this cringy video of me rapping to Hamilton. Just why not? I've already shown it on the stream before, just to give you a sense of how much it's changed. A film noir femme fatale voice. This is very achievable. I promise. There's a lot of like, that's like a voice that's like very like rich. There is a little bit of raspiness. There's just a lot of attitude, sweetie. Like you just embody the attitude a little bit. Jessica Rabbity. Yeah. Oh yeah. I love that. Play with it. Find voices that you like, imitate recordings, read things when you're reading a book like at home or something. Try reading it in a Jessica Rabbit voice. And you'll find the version of it that works for you. You're never going to be perfect, Maltese Falcon, Jessica Rabbit, exactly that. You have a different instrument, but you can get that effect for what your voice is. I love this stuff. I've been meaning to take singing lessons from a friend of mine who does specialize in trans singers and changes on T, and this is just all the motivation I need to actually get there. Okay. Oh god, you guys probably heard the audio there. Okay, this is actually less. This is still a very cringy video, but it's not me rapping to Hamilton, so maybe it's less cringe. It's me singing Pills by St. Vincent. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Hold on. What is this?
Let's talk about people
Oh my God, this voice is
who
so high. Okay, we'll do this. This is such a change. Oh, Lord. Um, okay, this is. There's a lot that's different here, obviously. Um, so this is a video that I recorded in a classroom one day and posted to my Tumblr in like, goodness, 2017. Wow. So I hadn't started tea yet, and like if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the little rants that I do, and this is like a proto version of those. And there's a lot here. First of all, there's the millennial pause to a ridiculous degree, and then my voice is going to sound so different. So let's do it.
let's talk about people who comment provocatively on social media posts that you have about political issues. Specifically, friends, family members, coworkers, or, as so often seems to be the case, people that you haven't spoken to in earnest for years and years and suddenly feel entitled to leave a provocative and unsubstantive comment on your posts. You can delete those posts. You can delete those comments. You can ignore those people. You probably should. Most of the time, you should. If your cousin who you've never spoken to over the course of 2 or 3 years, who you never politically engage or give any
So weird, so millennial. Yes. Who is that? Who is that guy? There is so much that I was like coping with at this
is
stage.
coming on a post that you're making, leaving
Yeah,
a
that necklace is
unsubstantive
vintage.
comment, insulting you, making some kind of joke that they think is funny, asking a question that is
I was talking
relevant
about my
to
actual
you,
cousin, obviously.
delete their comment. It's a waste of time. They are seeking out a fight with you for God knows what reason.
Who is she? Uh, like, it's interesting because like the principles are still here, right? Like I'm saying, don't engage with like rage bait, delete comments. Like I was already cooking even back then. It's so crazy in 2017, everyone just spoke like that. Yeah, yeah. It's still it still hit the bricks, but I'm talking way more slowly. I'm in this really high voice. Um, I'm in my right before I cut my hair short. I like bleached it and dyed it purple a bunch of times. Like I was intentionally damaging it so that then I could bring myself to cut it off and not feel bad. I'm in my weird business casual feminine attire that's like a vintage like 1960s necklace on my Mad Men type shit. And this is the classroom here is an evangelical Christian college I was teaching part time at that stopped scheduling me for classes as soon as I got more visibly queer. So we love that. Um, my very Catholic friend said I look like myself now when she was with me for the first time lately and told all her kids pronoun updates. Some good ones are out there. Oh, yeah. There's a lot more people who can intuitively get it than a lot of us think. Um, it's really not hard to get and respect trans people. But yes. Um, God, yeah.
Sometimes it's attention, sometimes it's
Yeah, and these things are always like social, right? So this voice, it's not like this was my natural voice. I was like imitating the norms of the time. This was like a fake feminine voice I had worked really hard to develop because when I was younger, I got in trouble or like I got yelled at by people for speaking in too masculine a way. And I also used to get a lot of feedback when I was in speech and debate that I was being too aggressive, talking too fast, always trying to score points on people. So I learned to speak in this less threatening way, um, because sexism is a fuck. Uh, so this was very artificial and strained, and a performance too. Obviously, this is still an aspect of performance, right? It's like there's gradients of control over it and decisions you make. Um, Sexism goes crazy. No, it wasn't in debate class. I just speech and debate was just like it just connected so well with how I thought and who I was. I was debate team me. I just always talked like I was in the middle of a debate. And so people were always saying I was being too aggressive during that time in my life. It's very similar to how I talk now, like fast, kind of flat, a little bit assertive, and people hated that shit. People were like, why are you trying to debate me? We're not in debate right now. And so I put all this energy into this like passive, high pitched routine that was designed to have people not be angry at me or offended by me. And then what do you know? Once you become a man, people don't mind that you're assertive and confident. They like it and they reward you. So, Photo said, my older kid has suddenly been working on getting my pronouns right, and it's such a joy for her and doesn't have any of the anxiety that adults tend to have. That's great. That is wonderful, because I know that was a tough thing in your family for a while. So it sounds like you kind of standing up for yourself and asking your kids to put the effort into it is really being met in kind with her energy. So that's great. As an undiagnosed autistic girl, I got the why are you debating me a lot. Yeah, like I would be having conversations about politics with a boyfriend of mine at the time in like early college, and he would be wrong in my mind. Like I would just not agree with what he was saying. And so I'd outline, well, I think you're wrong here because XYZ. We're having a political discussion. And yet, despite all of that, he was like, why are you trying to debate me? Why are you trying to, this isn't speech and debate right now. Why are you trying to score points? And it's like, well, it's not that I'm trying to score points, but I am trying to just lay out my opinion and all of the holes I see in what you're saying. And it was the like, oh, you're getting too emotional kind of thing. Even though I was being unemotional, I was trying to be like logical, but I was like, I was bringing out a weapon that he didn't want me to use, and that was just things like that, just sexist things like that a lot. It has helped with her, but she has also introduced herself with they. She pronouns when I brought my partner over the other day. Oh, okay. So yeah, so your kids kind of exploring and thinking about that stuff for themselves too. Yeah. So yeah, that's the journey of vocal training here on the stream. German has no true neutral non-binary pronoun for people. Well, what's really wild to me is that so many languages just have no gendered pronouns at all. It's so wild, and how much that like psycholinguistically affects or doesn't affect how people think about things is so interesting. There is no way to win the stoic enough game as someone perceived as a woman. Yep, because if you're unemotional, people hate that too. So it's buck wild coming out the other side of this and being able to do just like literally whatever. Thank you so much for subscribing, Allie Cakes Aplenty. Thanks for being here. This is such a fun, unexpected tangent on the stream today, which is so cool. Some people don't use pronouns at all and use their name only because they don't like the lack of a neutral pronoun. No nouns. Yeah. I mean, there's some people in English who also do that. Instead of having a neopronoun or choosing any pronouns at all. And that always feels like a real baller move. It's like you're making yourself sound like a god a little bit or something like, oh yeah, I was talking to Turnip and Turnip said this and Turnip wants this. Like it's like, I don't know, like you're never saying she or he or they for them. It's just really like there's their name in it's capitalized and their name is there and it's always being referred to. It's almost honorific. Which is cool. Genuinely, I treasure the peace of mind I have as a Finnish person, rarely having to find out how people would gender me. It's huge, because pronouns are one of the when you're just out in the world, it's such a useless thing to fixate on. Like, because people make mistakes, people aren't thinking, people literally operate on logic. Like, if you're over 6 feet, you must be a man, and I'm not gonna look into any further details. Like, the pronouns people use for you out in the world in random encounters are so thoughtless. And so it's not really worth reading much into or driving yourself crazy about. But when you are really attuned to that stuff, it's just like a little dysphoria dagger all the time. We don't do the Mr. Miss Ma'am thing either. Oh, Finland is ascended. That's amazing. Okay. All right. Shall we dive into some Thousand Times Resist? Everybody, how do we feel about that? Any other comments, questions, shares about voice training, gendering of the voice? It's a fascinating topic. I like hearing about your transition stuff coming into manhood. I feel like so far I'm being more assertive because burnout needs and like I dislike seeing people associate my burning recovery needs with like gendered expectations of my labor as well as presentations. Yeah, I mean, and it's so much more gender once parenthood is involved. Like that's tough. There's so much perception of you happening there. The intersection of linguistics and gender experiences is so interesting. Glad to be here. Looking forward to the game too. Yes. Yes, welcome. And if you like these conversations, there's the link to the Discord, the Piscord server. Come hang out. There's all kinds of different things happening on there from people that you see in the chat here. There's crafting groups. There's a book club reading Dawn of Everything by David Graeber and David Wengrow. We're looking into some research on different supplements that different people with like OCD have been taking to like reduce their ruminations, and looking at that research and like trying out supplements. Like we're doing all kinds of weird stuff on there. And it's very just like community directed. I was really hesitant to at first make a space like that because I don't want a cult and I don't want to run it, but it's just very self-directed, just a lot of disabled, neurodivergent people sharing things they're interested in and learning. And I've learned a lot from it too. So thanks for being here. We can continue if people want to continue the voice conversation afterward or further on the Piscord. Please do. I love this stuff. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk about it because it's really fun stuff. And it's a skill. You know, I think a lot of people feel really trapped in what their voice sounds like and what people make of them. And it is a form of masking that everybody does that is really useful to have some control over because you can use it for your own ends. Just look at Elizabeth Holmes. That's an example of a seems very neurodivergent person manipulating voice in a gendered but not gendered way. All right. Let me see if I can get my controller back on. I think my Bluetooth should be on here. Come on. Come on, Pro Controller. Yeah, it's been a good convo, and if people nudge me, I will drop links. But Steph Senyati's videos, whoever Edge Peasant mentioned on YouTube. There's another like singing instructor I've been looking into a lot of the vocal training videos of lately. Just this really, I posted her on my Tumblr. She's just like this very funny New Jersey lady who's been working in vocal like singing coaching for a long time. Thanks for being here, Artistic Bum. Why is this controller not attaching? Let's try this again. Sorry to Bother You explores the intersection of race and linguistic masking as well. Yes, code switching, which is a whole other dimension to it. Code switching is voice. It's also dialect, slang, what language, accent to an extent, whether you're using like, I guess I'm just thinking of dialect. Like obviously there's so many different versions of Spanish that you can speak in and what you're signaling when you're speaking that form of Spanish, or if you're blending Spanish and English words, there's just a lot that goes on there. I don't know why this controller's not connecting right now. Let's dive into this game and I'll see if I can get it figured out. Let me know about that game audio.
There's an us with a pattern we are threading. nearness and its gravity is echoing.
Alrighty. How's that? Hopefully me increasing it is...
Sister, what are you doing out here?
I can also tweak it in OBS if this still isn't loud enough.
You mustn't interrupt the incantation. You know, this is Mother's time. What is it that cannot wait?
Alright, select a response in the wheel to select it. That's, I think, okay, I know what it is. We open up OBS. I used to have to boost my voice, but now that my microphone is in a better position, I can bring the desktop audio up a little bit more. Okay, can you hear the game music now? That should probably make it better. Okay, cool. Alright, red to blue, 6 to 1, hair to hair. I don't know what this means. I'm gonna say hair to hair.
Hair to hair, Mother. I really am just like you.
Uh-oh. The girls are fighting.
You stole our immunity. You condemned us to this life. Why do you get to choose who lives and who dies?
Alright, cold open. Behold, a cold open. Chapter redacted. Okay. Okay, so the mouse is the camera. Got it. I like that the default is to run and you have to use a button to walk slowly. That's cool. Ooh. Look at this mask. Is this like VR? Plus like a breathing mask? This one has like a visor and a breathing mask. I know there's some kind of pandemic type thing we're going to be learning about in this game that predates the events. Okay, this person is not in any kind of tech wear or PPE. Is this the person I stabbed? Looks like it. Oh, she's blinking. Ooh. Okay. Click to start
It's you.
conversations.
How are we here? Is this punishment? For what you did. For what I did. There is a now, and you are in it. There is a fissure, and we articulate it.
Hmm. This is not
You're
my
wasting
body.
your time on me. If you want me gone, just do it already.
Am I playing both of them?
You have sent sisters to burn. We both know the taste. I want you to see from the beginning. There is a then, and you'll receive it. Wait. Don't go.
Okay. Can look around. Can I move too? Yeah. Okay. So is this like a hologram or looks like some kind of display statue thing?
Watcher, wait.
There isn't much time.
I know. Just listen for a moment. I've seen every kind of sister under the inside sky. Whatever thing is standing between you two, put it aside and wish her farewell.
Why didn't she tell me?
Repeat after me. There is no feeling so strong it's worth getting incinerated over.
Damn.
I'm not repeating that.
Leaving is not easy. For anyone. Just be grateful you get to say goodbye.
So, is this someone who died? Is this a memorial to the person I stabbed? Okay,
No.
she's-
I can't run away from this.
Don't think she's gonna let me leave. So I'm Watcher
No.
and she's
I
Knower.
can't run away from this.
Okay. Maybe I need to just really look at her. I think this is this kind of game. I don't know, she's doing a little passive animation, so maybe that's not it. You can't talk to her. And they're not going to let me through here either. Oh, okay. Platform 00 or Old Town. Exit A. Probably platform since I'm not supposed to exit.
Hey, sister. On a warpath, are we?
Healer.
I don't want to talk about it.
We're all on our own journeys. Hecky Grace. I'm on my own journey too, respecting others' boundaries.
The healer's a little codependent. Love it.
Maybe you need more practice.
Okay. Sheesh. I know better than to play with fire. You grow up fast. Got your colors, your first communion soon. This is just another part of life here. I want you to know I'm proud of you.
I'm sorry.
There's some of that vocal raspiness that we were talking about. I'm sorry.
I'm here for you, okay?
Whereas like her voice is a little bit more like full, caring. There's a slight maternal angle coming through, but still also casual, because this is, I believe, a society where there are no like parental relationships. People just have their slotted role. But like, I like how the voice acting is giving you a little bit of the relational dynamic. It's not just the dialogue, it's how it's delivered. So she's saying, hey, you know, I'm looking out for you, I care about you, but also I know you're going to feel threatened if I'm too maternal with you.
Watcher.
Bang, bang, fire.
Really? You too?
Organisms never know when they are on the cusp of reincarnation. Why? Because the smaller the enclosure, the bigger the breakthrough.
I guess?
Just as Fixer bids farewell to this existence, a new life blooms for her on the other side.
Thanks, BB.
BB.
You're welcome.
Bang, bang, fire. So Fixer, is that the one who died? The one I stabbed? Was that Fixer? Whoa, a little weird camera action there. Oh no, this is Fixer.
I stepped onto the tracks one time. You remember that? I ran and ran. You chased after me. I didn't think you would.
You were reckless.
I liked it. I kept running. I thought, we're gonna run all the way to her. All the way to the other side.
Her capitalized.
The train could have come at any time.
But it didn't.
That's not the point.
We ran for what seemed like hours, right? We went so far. But somehow we ended up right back here. How is it that these tracks twist around differently? A closed loop that only opens when the All-Mother allows it.
The All-Mother, I believe that's the her that's being spoken
Fixer.
of. A little, look at this, don't F with me, frontier. Got this like motocross style.
Took you long enough.
Thanks for hanging out, Alley Cakes. Enjoy the walk.
When were you gonna tell me?
Oh yeah, I love her outfit. That's so cool.
Now? Come on, cut me a break. I'm not good at goodbyes.
But you told everyone else?
Yeah? So? You're here now, aren't you?
I am.
Different approach, same result. It's fine.
What am I supposed to say? Don't you dare come back.
Yeah, it's heavy. I don't even know what's happening and it's heavy.
Why do they say that?
Who knows? Some old thing.
Like, it sounds like she's about to die, but then they're talking about it. I guess they're trying to seem casual, or it's something very that's like written in their kind of cultural rules, but it seems like she's about to die, right?
Well, don't you dare come back. You've made it. There's nothing here for you anymore.
Guess not.
You'll be with the All-Mother. She's called for you. What more can a sister ask for?
Yep, they're gonna kill her.
Yep. Time to help Mom kill some occupants.
It will be a relief to fulfill your purpose.
You're not jealous?
My time will come.
Do you think we can really do it? Live on the surface again?
Okay, so we're underground.
On the other side, promise me you won't be so reckless.
Hey, I was gonna live it up.
It'll be much easier to without me.
That's not what I said.
But it's what you meant. It's okay. I know I'm not you.
I finally get to see how this train works. It's been driving me nuts this whole time. How does it switch? What makes it turn the right way? It seems simple from far away, but the closer you get, it keeps going and going.
You like that kind of problem, don't you?
Seems like it. I'll text.
Oh, you can text from when you go and join with God?
You know you can't.
Okay, it's a joke.
I'm not one for rules.
Train is departing, sisters.
You should go.
Yeah,
This is very sad.
don't want to miss this one. Watcher! Don't forget to clean up that shit under your bed.
I won't.
Damn, I just lost my best homie. Okay, cool, I am depressed. Yes. This sounds like a very cool society we're living in this game. They just killed my bestie so that she can fight on the surface with God or something. Wonder if these plants are artificial or if it's a biodome.
Watcher, can you hear me?
I can.
You made it through. How do you feel?
Head hurts.
Try to focus. Today is the day you finally enact your function.
Fulfill your purpose, enact your function.
I'm ready to serve.
I see your resolve, Watcher. But be warned. Communions can be disorienting.
Okay. So we're gonna see what being a watcher means in this society pretty soon.
These memories belong to her, and in here, you will not be yourself. Others will see you as the All-Mother.
Okay, so we'll be living out the All-Mother's memories.
Nowhere said people used to have names.
It's true. These names were opaque keywords, a relic from a different time. The All-Mother's name was Iris.
Iris.
Watcher, I want you to find me in the gymnasium. It is a gathering place for recreation, north of where you are.
Understood.
And while you're here, you are not yourself. That is such a foreboding
Perform
line.
your function faithfully, Watcher, and one day you may follow in Fixer's footsteps and behold her.
Meticulous or unrelenting? I'm feeling unrelenting.
Sphere to square.
Sphere to square, sister. See you on the other side. Grace to the All-Mother.
Grace to the All-Mother.
Okay, so I think we are already in Iris's memories, I believe.
This device is operational.
A primitive machine. I believe this one belonged to the All-Mother.
Oh, I love the secretary's voice. There's like a little bit of a nasalness there. I believe this one belonged to the All-Mother, which gives you like a little nerdy vibe. And she sounds like a little mouse.
These are her voice recordings?
Ooh, okay, so we're in the 2040s. Let's go in order, shall we?
I'm having a bad allergic reaction to the medication. It gives me a headache and makes me bleed at all the wrong times of the month.
Hey, Seb. Yes, we actually just got started on the game. We had a really long chat tangent at the beginning talking about voice training and pitch and controlling, you know, where in your diaphragm you're speaking from and as it relates to transness and all kinds of other things. So we're just now diving into the game. So you haven't missed much. So thanks for being here. Okay, so she's on a medication.
The flood is lasting a lot longer this season. I'm cutting my own bangs in the bathtub again.
Yes, such a perfect tangent for this game, which has lots of voices. And it's a game with lots of voices where all of the characters, as you've probably already noticed, have same face, right? All the character models are basically the same for a reason that I've already alluded to, but I think the game will get to soon. I think they did have different voice actors, but you're going to have almost exclusively women in this game and similar looking women, and there's a lot you have to do to differentiate your characters when you're dealing with that. And voice is a huge tool for that. My sleep is all messed up at the moment, but I'm off work for the next couple of days. Oh, that's good. Okay, so then you can be a little bit messed up sleep-wise or stay up late doing things if you have to.
It's 2 a.m. and I'm eating lapchung cold from the fridge. I tried dancing in front of the mirror to see what I look like from behind. Hard to tell. Guanine, adenine, thymine, cytosine. Gua, ad, thi, cy. Gua, ad, thi, cy. A single chromosome has anywhere between 50 million and 250 million base pairs. Spent all of Block B online shopping for a new personality. Free shipping. Maybe to arrive just in time for the dance.
I wonder if she actually means that or not.
I've never heard her voice before.
Alright, so that's the All-Mother. So yeah, she's in school.
What are these functions?
Names.
These are names, Watcher. Unique strings assigned to people, animals, and objects of affection. They're irrespective of function.
Curious.
So yes, in the before times, we used to just give people names. Can't control the camera right now. Okay, can't go out that door yet either. Must be something else I'm supposed to find. Oh wait, is that a door? Oh, okay, here we go.
Secretary, what is this?
A combination lock for the safekeeping and securing of student possessions.
Such as? Please, be more specific.
Learning squares, studying cubes, powders and minerals for beautification and personal items of sentimental value.
I love Secretary's voice. It's so cute.
How does it work?
A password made of numbers and directional choreography.
There must have been rampant theft.
Either that or rampant distrust.
I feel sorry for them.
Say that. Is this the room I was just in? Yeah. The controls are a little wonky right now because I can't control the camera in this part of the level.
Watcher, there's someone up ahead.
Okay.
were a student here. It looks like it was a nice school. It all seems like an eternity ago, doesn't it? The world has changed, but you look like you haven't aged a day. You're a natural, Iris.
What are you doing here?
This was your idea. I don't know how you convinced him. Honestly, I don't want to know.
Who are you?
I'm just a grunt. Why else would he bring me along? I'm here to protect you. I'm disposable.
Our eras are not so different after all.
When is this?
Lost track of time already. What does time feel like to you? Do we all look like we're moving slowly? How does it feel to know you're going to outlive us all?
Okay, so we're not in Iris's actual school days. We're in some time after the cataclysm. Go to gymnasium. Yes. Yes, I know. But I want to look around. I need to find all the little voice lines and
What is this mechanism?
treasures.
This machine dispenses flat and tubular sponges for leakage.
They leaked?
Red, I believe.
They
And
leaked
the
red.
All-Mother too?
Quite possibly.
Why?
Ancient feminine biology.
Secretary, you're blushing.
No, I'm not.
Sure.
A little bit of personality leaking out there. Ooh, oh, that's interesting blur effect here. Very interesting. Was that, or did you just hit the dispenser? Yeah. And there's a little sound cue when you've found something, which is nice design. I like that. That's helpful. Oh, another guy.
Iris, come on. You can tell me. Why did you really want to come back here? Is this about that girl you draw all the time?
I don't have any answers.
Do you remember when I was young? I used to have a crush on you. Now here we are. I look older than you. You may be frozen in time, but your eyes have dimmed. Please don't do anything you'll regret.
Wow, okay. So, I'm immortal, or have some kind of genetic quirk that, oh god, now I'm gonna get so lost on these stairs. The music is really good so far, just setting the tone. Is there anything down here? I think this is a dead end. Please be a dead end. This might be the gym. No, another classroom.
Iris, you can play the piano, right? Why don't you ever play for us? You and your clones should start a band.
Okay.
Iris and Iris and Iris. How's that for a name? The Iris 50.
The Iris 50. So this one has like raspiness, but it's also kind of high pitched.
There's definitely enough of you.
And kind of a little dreamy. There's definitely enough of you.
You'll
Very
be
fun.
the last act on Earth, so who cares if you're good?
It's kind of like dreamy and silly, but very unsettling and haunted at the same time.
I already have a function.
Mimi really has you wrapped around her finger, doesn't she?
Mimi?
Oh, don't play dumb. It's an open secret.
Okay, so we are already in the realm where Iris has been cloned. But humanity hasn't died out yet. Twin Peaksy as a voice. There's a lot of really great voices in Twin Peaks. Like, that's something that's very interesting about David Lynch. How much he puts, like, just quirky, different types of people, depicts disability, depicts trans people, just picks actors that kind of stand out in certain ways. I don't even know what to make of it, but there's always been something
What is this
about
metal
that, isn't
square?
there?
An assortment of materials and tools used for giving emergency treatment to a sick or injured person. Tools included gloves, safety goggles, gauze, assorted bandages, shears, medical tape, masks.
So this is a kit for healing?
Precisely.
Rather small for such an important function, don't you think?
I concur. Foolish, if you ask me.
Well, they should hear how health insurance worked. Okay, so the school has been already changed into, like, to deal with this pandemic, probably. Unless it's the sheets smell rancid. A boarding school. Discolored imprint of a figure. A small torso with arms and legs. This is where a boy student lay, the first to exhibit symptoms. They must have mistook the tears for sadness. We taught this clone about the American health insurance industry, and she killed the all-mother. Fix your hearts or die. It really is an amazing quote. They must have quickly run out of beds. Okay, so the first outbreak was in Iris's school, and there's something to do with tears that is a symptom. And Iris is immortal. Should we go? Let's go upstairs, because the gymnasium will not. Okay, it's blocked. Okay. Alright, we'll go downstairs. Just don't want to lose track of what I've seen and haven't seen. Here, I don't think. We've got some stains on the floor. Is that good, chat? Ooh. Oh, the part in AI after he gets frozen for however many years. That has always stayed with me. Some people think AI, artificial intelligence, is a corny movie, but the way that it contends with, like, eternity is so chilling. I found it so affecting. Samantha, Ryan, Charlotte, Elizabeth, Connor, Remy.
Secretary, what is this?
Bodies, presumably. In the ground.
In the ground. Ooh.
In the ground? But why?
It is common for people of this time to bury their dead.
And not incinerate?
Correct.
It must have been laborious.
Oh, man. These are kids who died. Vivi, Hussein, Christy, Code, Natalie, Laura. Oh, nuts. Oh, whoa. There's some distortion over the gym.
I remember seeing a picture of this gym in the news. There was some sort of school event, correct? It was the perfect spreader scenario. I couldn't believe it when I first read it. Everyone got sick.
What is this, a Scottish accent?
Everyone but you.
The All-Mother is blessed.
Speaking in the third person again. With each passing day, your condition seems more and more like a curse.
Nice to get some sympathy.
There will be no easy way out for you, Iris. No relief.
Die.
Think of me, will you? 1,000 years from now, when your only hope is a scalpel of your own.
Holy shit. Wow, she was so real for that. I'm watching the Interview with a Vampire show right now. So eternal life and the despair of being alone forever is resonant. Seb said, it's still really sweet to me that Kubrick and Spielberg always wanted to emulate each other more. So AI was Kubrick's attempt at something more emotionally resonant, and he would have been happy that Spielberg finished it for him. Irish. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you can definitely see in the choices in AI that he was going for Spielberg, just with like the little teddy bear and like it being from a child's perspective and just kind of the cartoony characters and the fairy tale kind of framing of it. That's so interesting because they're so different in so many ways. So it's really cool that they admired each other.
There's no data here, Watcher.
Why?
We can only experience what the All-Mother has experienced. Or dreamt.
Then where is Principal?
Principal must be waiting for us in another time period. We will need to find connecting memories to reach her.
I guess she's not taking it easy on me.
Principal is only ensuring that you learn. I'm sensing a strange entity on the rooftop of this school. They may be the key. We should seek them out.
Agreed.
Okay. Going to the roof. I feel like there's a lot of the building I still have not seen. Though how much is blood? Oh yeah, more blood smears on the floor. Very good to see. Very healthy. Water-stained book. A thick hard-covered book. In it, pages and pages of faces in squares. You carefully flip the pages. They dissolve in your hands. Oh, it's probably a yearbook.
A picture book.
Based on my knowledge of high school memorabilia, this appears to be a yearbook. A collection of visual and textual details about every individual that was enrolled at this establishment.
For what purpose?
To remember.
Each face is different.
Each face is different. A world before clones.
This is how it used to go.
Well, that seems unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, think of how much more work it would be for the dev team if everybody had a different face. This library's been cleared out. I love a good atmospheric storytelling in an apocalyptic game. I love finding little voice memos, piecing together what happened, being creeped out and scared from atmospheric details. It does not get old for me. Like, it does not feel cheap. Oh, more blood, basins. Oh, a little fox. Poster, projector. Dead basketball. A deflated basketball.
Once a sphere, for recreational purposes.
Too many facets for its own good.
Okay. We've already been in here. I think this is pretty blocked off. Yeah. Oh, another friend.
Your suspicions were correct.
My suspicions?
Yes. There is an abnormally high density of the virus here. But why? Why here?
A coincidence, maybe.
Perhaps. There were no visual sightings of occupant activity before we landed.
Okay, so are occupants like zombies?
What is the significance of this place?
I'm not sure.
We'll analyze these samples further when we return.
You're bringing some back with you?
Iris, this was your idea, remember? You wanted to try something different? Well, we're trying something different.
To research a cure? Methinks. I think that's all we got over here. I think there's a few things we maybe missed on this on the starting floor, the second floor. So let's poke around a little bit before we try for the roof. I think we talked about
it. It all seems like an eternity.
Yes, we've talked to you. It all seems like an eternity ago. Okay.
I feel sorry for them. There must have been rampant theft.
Okay, we've been over here. And this is blocked off. So there must be a way to the roof from this floor. If there's only 2 stories. Nothing this way. It's a bathroom. We've been in there. Go away. I didn't notice that before. Okay, here we go. More stairs. Okay, I think I've seen everything on this floor. That's the makeshift hospital. This is just a dead end and back into that room. Okay, so we're ready to go upstairs. Let's do it. I've still never seen the Animatrix, if you can believe it.
So this is why we're here. You almost had me, Iris. Your theory about socialized immunity? What an elaborate lie. Also, I'd bring you here to light candles.
A reason.
It must be important.
I get the call for ritual. Each and every one of us, we've lost people too. But you've put dozens of lives at risk, not least of which your own. I hope you've enjoyed your little excursion. You will not have another one.
You've got to see it. I'm really glad I went to the all-nighter a couple of hours ago that I got to see. It's been screened at cinemas a tiny amount of times. Yeah. Did it really have much of a, like, I don't hear people talk about it. Like, did it not get much of a fan reaction? Because it was like, was it on, like, years? Yeah, I figured. Was it, like, on Adult Swim or something?
For a
when
very
it first aired or something?
long
Or did it have a theatrical release?
time.
You are unkind.
Just you wait.
Shucks. Gotta get to the roof, man. Gotta let me get to the roof. Straight to DVD. Oh, there I am. Wow, tiny. Zhao. That must be my friend who died. My bestie.
Iris! Is that you? It's me, Zhao.
No, you're a picture.
I'm so relieved to see you. I've missed you. Let me guess. You finished with straight A's. Did you get into that expensive school? How's that boy you like? Do you still like him?
I want to get inside the gymnasium. Can you help me do that?
The gym. One of my favorite moments with you happened there. That loud music, everyone dancing together, and seeing you laugh for the first time, it was worth it. Don't you remember?
I'm sorry, no.
What about this? Let me help. I'll send you back to that time, and we can meet each other all over again, back when I had a body.
Bicentennial Man, I was just talking about that film with someone that I think that one, people make fun of AI for being weird and insufferable, even though I think it really is so affecting and holds up as a weird word, but like it's still, it exists, it's timeless, you know, it just is what it is. Like it's its own weird little movie. Bicentennial Man, I think people think of as more like just sentimental, but I was just talking with someone about that movie and how he like sues for his personhood and it takes him like 200 years to get it or whatever. It's been so long since I've watched it. I'll have to revisit it.
Watcher, this is strange. I am reading multiple Zhao entities all of a sudden.
Multiple? What do you mean?
Come visit again when you remember everything. Bye-bye.
Oh. Find Zhao in the cafeteria, the music room, and detention. Okay.
Did you see the footage? Where do you think it came from?
What did you see?
A huge body.
The occupants.
Huh? Is that what they're called?
They walk the surface in my time.
They're walking around now? Are they friendly?
So this is, okay, the date has changed. It's 2047 CE. 2 days. It's -2, so it's 2 days before the events, I believe. There's a story in the Animatrix about the robots trying to be recognized as a country and as people, and how everything led up to what happens in the Matrix. Definitely recommend watching it. The different visual styles are so cool too. That sounds really cool. Angsty
Iris,
student.
don't ever speak to me again.
What? What did I do?
Now that my video has over 2 million views, I don't need you anymore. I walked into the mountains. I saw it with my own eyes. The body, it spoke to me. Don't you see? This is our moment to be more. No more meetings, no more jobs, no more debt.
Hell yeah. Talk to that giant spectral disease demon in the mountains, dude. I get it.
None of it. Their arrival will free us all. I strike their pose.
I'm T-posing for dominance.
They look so majestic in that video. Do you think they're real?
I've never seen one in person.
British politician power pose. Oh yeah, that's right. They all like got training on
You
that.
think they're dangerous?
Stay away. Far away.
A visitor? An alien? Exciting.
Whoa.
You're back so soon. Don't worry, I forget things all the time.
Watcher, I think there are more instances of Zhao we can meet.
Your phone talks. I wish I had one of those.
Oh? Oh, okay. I thought we were going to be in the flashback the whole time. Dang. It was easier to see. Okay, so we gotta go to the music room, the cafeteria, and detention. Well, everything's like kind of unrecognizable, so it's actually not super clear what each of these are. This could be detention or something.
Maybe I could be your manager. I bet that would make Mimi jealous.
Yeah, I love how she's just creepy but also dazed out. It's very like apocalyptic stoner. Are any of these it? Nope. Downstairs we go. Not this way though. does a good job of making the space feel bigger than it actually is by blocking off so much. Is there another way into this room? Huh. 'Cause there's someone in there. Maybe from the outside? This is the library. Don't think this is any of the other things we're looking for now. Feels a bit Final Fantasy-ish, with being kind of on rails, kind of not. Yeah, and that's definitely what makes a game of this scope be accomplishable with a small dev team, right? You have to make things feel bigger than they actually are, and you can both just run out the playtime and give the player a little bit more of a sense of agency if there's a lot of exploring, even if actually there's a big limit. Knock first. Lots of blockaded rooms. Huh. Huh. When I walk up to this, it says one day before, have to go to bed, but this was super interesting. Thank you. We'll catch the VOD later. Yeah, thanks for hanging, Lulu. I'm excited to get into this game further, and I'll upload it to YouTube as well, because Twitch is changing its policies for how much you can upload as VODs, and is auto-deleting stuff, so everything's gonna have to be on the YouTube. I don't know where any of these rooms are. Let me save. Okay. I'm already auto-saved, looks like. Oh, okay, it's auto-saving pretty frequently, never mind. That's good. Playing a game called Dismantle recently, a top-down zombie survival game with a crazily large world. Very overwhelming. Yeah. Yeah, they yeah, so for those who haven't seen, Twitch imposed a 100-hour limit on how much can be archived, and they're just going to start auto-deleting anything that goes over that, starting, I think, with the oldest videos, which means that you can't really rely on Twitch for watching highlights anymore. So thankfully, we've already migrated most of our stuff to the YouTube, so that's not a big loss. This is just another bathroom. But there are some things we can't upload to YouTube because of copyright, and so that's a pain. Hi, first heard about this game on Anime Sickos, heard lots of good things. Gonna bow out to save myself from spoilers, but have a cool stream. Thank you, Grand Chicken Lord. Yeah, this game is really cool, and it's my understanding is it's like less than 10 hours, so check it out for yourself and have the experience. Thanks for saying hi.
Someone left a drawing here. It kind of looks like the ones you draw back home.
Can you imagine just like working for some kind of military organization, watching like this eternal teenager who is the only person who's going to survive the pandemic?
I told them it's not safe here. It's reckless. What if an occupant appears?
The surface is dangerous. Return immediately.
I can't believe it. Are you making fun of me, Iris?
Making fun? No.
Stop trying to play me. Make our lives easy and stay out of harm's way. Do you understand me?
Okay.
Beware of bird. Okay, we haven't been in this area at all until now. This looks like it could be cafeteria.
I hate pigeons. Useless animals. I was afraid I'd see something like this.
Blood. Oh. Looks like there's a little bird right there.
A strange artifact.
It appears this is where nourishment was ingested, digested, and discharged.
A half-hollow sphere for holding.
In the past, humans regularly consumed solid forms.
Gross. Consuming gross.
Oh, okay, I can't look at everything there. Consuming solids. Oh, look, well, let's see what they had. Beef noodle, chicken waffle, cheeseburger, pita sandwich, Vietnamese sub. Oh my god, some of those sound good. We never had chicken waffle or Vietnamese sub in my school as a child. I might have actually eaten the school lunches if they had stuff like that. Pigeon Prime. Oh, it's moving. What on earth?
This must be an adult pigeon.
Life is disgusting.
Hello, young one.
Hello.
Humans. How nostalgic. A human cared for me once.
You remember her?
Of course. How could I forget? Eat up. Eat up. She was so generous.
It's making me emotional. What kind of sandwiches did your mom make you for school as a kid?
May I ask you something, human? What is violet, emerald, and pewter?
They are your colors.
I see. What are colors?
Different kinds of light?
I understand now. Violet, emerald, and pewter. These are human names for light.
Oh my god, Marmite sandwiches. Wow. Wow, so you guys really do eat that over there. Do you put anything else on it?
Her colors were... We live on for her.
Well, where's my friend? I'm supposed to meet my friend in here. Zhao in the find Zhao in the cafeteria. Do I need to look better? Look harder? Unless that is Zhao in some way. Sometimes mixed with butter. Marmite flavored Twiglets. I've tried Marmite and I kind of like it in like a nasty way. But I've only ever had just like a little taste of it on something. I don't think maybe I've had like a piece of bread with it on or something. I also get Marmite and Vegemite kind of confused sometimes. I've tried both.
I wonder what else became like this. My sadness.
Does it have like protein? Does it have like, because that doesn't seem like a very filling lunch. Director chair. That's interesting. Super proteiny, I think. Okay. So kind of like peanut butter. In a way. never liked peanut butter. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that's very much an American thing, peanut butter. Even though, I mean, it's in so many candies that I'm sure it's made its way abroad. I'd love to try natto, the fermented soybean thing that's supposed to be super, you know, love it or hate it kind of food in Japan. Hello, clearest sky. Yes, I'll take a hint. Thank you. Appreciate you not backseating. I was just starting to feel stuck, so it's perfect timing for a hint. I feel like there's something I need to be doing to toggle in between Zhao's time before the event and now, but I don't know exactly what it is I'm missing. Play with the time shift controls. You did that before while on the rooftop. So that's something I can do. Look at the settings. Controls. Time jump, Q and E. Oh, okay. I didn't realize I was in control of that. Okay. Oh, okay.
Maybe it's a Chinese thing. Saying shit like that? I heard Zhao is in love with her.
I was getting that vibe too. Okay, is this as far back as I can go? Yes, 2 days before the events. Thank you. I've missed a lot.
Iris, this classroom is off limits.
Why?
What you said about Zhao. It was highly inappropriate. We've notified your parents.
What did I say?
Don't get cheeky with me. I'm being serious. Zhao seems to have no idea what you said. Or maybe she's pretending not to know. I'm not sure.
Is she inside?
I'm keeping her away from all of this commotion. Do you understand? Think about your actions, Iris. They have consequences.
There's a candle burning. And there's my homie. Are you sure you were just sad? Stress, anxiety, depression, or deadly disease? Disease Control Center. Ooh.
You hear what Iris said?
It's about Zhao.
What on earth?
Zhao. That stuff about Zhao.
Damn, I really am the moment right now. Watery eye. Okay. So the disease had already started to spread. Rat cat attack. I have to hop off, but really enjoyed getting to hear updates on your injury and the cool voice combo. Excited to check out this game. Have a great week. Thanks for being here, Rat cat attack. Thanks for chilling.
Do I feel sick? Am I unwell?
I'll catch it for sure.
Oh man.
Do I feel sick? Am I unwell?
Wash
This
those
is
hands
scary.
thoroughly.
I'll catch it for sure.
Sanitation
My
is
eyes
safety.
are just watering.
Oh, this is scary as fuck. My hand is doing well. Look at this. I can bend this shit so well. I got this padding on the end of my desk because the corners are really sharp and I think we're kind of like just giving me some repetitive stress and like pressure and stuff. So I have this foam now that kind of keeps my wrist elevated. That seems to be really helping. Taking it easy, not writing too much, etc. Still don't know what caused it. Still exploring autoimmune conditions as maybe being a cause, but yeah, big gains for sure.
Hello in there. Are you okay?
Who are you talking to?
My sister. She's been in there for 20 minutes.
What is your sister's function?
Little? Little sister? She's younger than me?
What is your function?
I'm supposed to take care of her. What's taking so long in there? Hey, Sad Sack.
Hello?
A gel pad for my keyboard and mouse pad was very helpful. Yes, I was pushing it into the desk without realizing. Absolutely. I don't think that's like the root cause, but I did just recently get this desk that is definitely more painful on my hands, or was, and I think it certainly didn't help.
Hot water,
My eyes
soap,
are just watering.
and scrub.
Oh, okay, so there's like a media studio in this class, in this school.
Stay in. You're scared. In pain. You don't know what's going on. Everything around you is about to suddenly change. Cut. Damn it. I've tried everything, but I still can't get it to work. Iris, do you have any advice?
Simplify.
Sphere to square. Cut away everything unneeded. Serve your essential nature.
Huh. Iris, do you want to be in my movie? I can't get a read on you. You have mystique, and you're trouble. Don't you want to be immortal?
The All-Mother is already immortal.
You could have just said no.
Are you in danger?
I'm unlocking my potential. Do you think I'm doing good?
I see. You're safe then.
I love being in character. Stepping into someone else's shoes.
The
being
drama.
them.
She is the drama.
Do you have any advice?
Well, I try to forget myself. What else? I think I'm just naturally talented.
I wish I could be like you.
Hey, what's the holdup? My mom's picking me up in 15 minutes.
Sorry, Iris. You're in my
Oh,
life.
I thought he was a teacher. Oh, that's funny. Okay, there's a lot more to get into then.
I don't like the look of this.
My brother's so stubborn.
I've never met a boy before today.
Well, count yourself lucky. Please don't tell anyone it was him. We have enough trouble at home
Oh, is this the
already.
kid that's gonna be dying?
It's certain. I should have it by now. Why do I feel fine?
Iris, don't come in here. Someone is sick.
Your healer.
That's very kind of you to say, but I'm being serious. He's been attending school for days, hiding his sickness.
Uh-oh.
Why are we all not sick yet? Maybe we can stop it before it's full blown.
You're missing some essential tools. You'll need something to absorb the water. It leaks from the eyes until it's all gone.
Oh.
Bodies have so much water.
Oh my god, that's horrifying. So they cry themselves to death?
He has been crying all day. I'll look into it. Thank you, Iris.
I'm dead. I'm kidding.
Not funny. People are
Sounds
scared.
Sounds like my therapy session.
I'll be fine. I'm young.
Your eyes are watering.
So what? You never seen someone cry before?
I have. Many times.
Okay, let's go forward. Oh. Okay, so I can't go to the day of the events. Okay. Damn, this shit is sad. Just seeing all the anxiety kids are in, and
Spray sanitizer all over.
knowing that that's how a lot of kids really feel today.
I saw Zhao lock themselves in there. Oh god, I need to practice. My piano teacher is going to kill me.
Okay. Oh, okay, so I can use my magic time powers to get into the room and then change the time. Ho ho. Video game logic.
They're hiding. Is it a game or is there danger? Please share.
When I'm scared, I sweat so much.
So it is danger.
You are acting funny, Iris.
Survive at all costs.
No worries. The instruments won't hurt me. It smells funny in here, though. Maybe I just won't say a single word all year, or the rest of my life. Let's go to the food court after school. I promise I won't tell any of your friends.
Whoa. Where am I? What on earth? Look around to target a zip point. Whoa. Okay. Do I just have to get all of these? Oh, there's one. What on earth? Oh, okay. While I'm on it, I'm floating. Sounds more like the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo soundtrack now. Yeah, the music is really good. Very, like, you know, more melodic Trent Reznor type shit. Okay, here we are. Getting somewhere.
Your 男朋友, he's cool.
Oh, this is what Iris actually looked like.
Huh? Who?
Oh, you know who. The one in the bathroom. You are always skipping class to meet him.
Challengers was so good on every level. That a movie hasn't had me just like screaming, yelling, cheering, jumping up, running around like that. Everything about it.
You like him?
What? No?
You don't like him?
You don't know anything, Zhao. He's not my boyfriend. And even if I did like him, there's no reason he'd like me.
Iris, you are crazy. There are so many reasons. You never smile with your teeth, except when you're thinking about food. And when you are sad, you like to untie your hair and then tie it back up over and over again. Oh, and you always smell like lavender and strawberry pocky.
Aw, she loves her.
If I were him...
There's no way I could have a boyfriend. Ugh, my mom would lose her shit. She's always losing her shit.
Oh, but your mom is so nice. She gave me new clothes.
You don't know what she's really like. My mom is a coward.
Strawberry Pocky.
Why do you say this about to your mom?
My parents were there, you know? All the ugliest things they saw with their own eyes. But one night, my mom packed all their things and forced my dad to flee with her. They abandoned their friends, their family, the cause. Not like your dad. He stayed.
Wonder what the cause is.
Your father was different. But my mom? She's the weakest person I know.
Well, at least your mom is alive.
Watcher, you did it. We're back.
Don't talk down to me. Go on.
I'm detecting more Zhao entities in this time period. We should continue looking.
Anything else?
I didn't mean to offend.
We'll talk about it when we get home.
Wow. Okay, so now we can go back to, now I know where detention was. That's where she was closed off.
You're sending kids home.
Wash those hands thoroughly.
Who will even be at the dance?
Sanitation.
We'll catch it for sure.
Deal.
Oh my god, everybody's losing it. Everybody is terrified.
Is the rumor true? I just heard some crazy
Like,
shit.
TMI. I knew Zhao was fucked up.
OMG, I have to tell someone.
You hear what Iris said?
So was this just accusing Zhao of like liking her, of like being gay? Okay, another. Trapped student.
Stupid kids have to study. Smart kids get to go home.
Oh man.
Don't say that. People learn differently.
The indoctrination of it all. Oh, he's begun beatboxing to cope.
What are you doing?
Doing my time in a pressed white collar. I was sipping my juice from a box when I saw her. She walks in clean, a straw in a wrapper, no crime on record when she gave me a holler. Behind bars of detention, paying no attention, no rap, no rhyme, just laying down a sentence. People learn different. Who am I to say no? The bad kids stay, the good kids go.
He started rapping to cope. That's so sad.
Wait a minute. Is this a holding cell?
What does it look like to you?
Oh my god. The institutional oppression of school. Oh, thanks for continuing to subscribe, Half Mass B. Thanks for the support.
Iris, I did exactly what you dared me.
I dared you?
I changed the votes for the art Jingsai. Now you can get the scholarship you need.
Wait, how could this be your assigned function?
Did it work? Did you win the Jingsai?
I don't know.
But when they announce it, you'll tell me. And then we can have the sleepover, you promised?
I am not certain.
I can't wait. I already bought snacks.
I'm starting to think I was not a good friend to this Zhao girl. Here we go. That was easier.
Iris, there's a new Bubble Waffle Cafe that just opened. Your mom says it's your favorite. And I was like, huh? It's my favorite too.
Wonder if... Oh no, the mom left, but I wonder how they know each other like that.
Zhao, your hair, your outfit, what the hell?
Yeah, you said no one will like me until I'm not so...
I didn't tell you to copy everything I do.
But you are my... 怎么说? Role model?
Are you trying to ruin my life?
I'm sorry. I wanted it to be a fun surprise. Like twins.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, this sequence is called Model Minority.
So you don't like Bubble Waffle?
For fuck's sake.
All you ever talk about is bubble waffle this, milk toast that. Why can't you just act normal?
Oh, girl, the xenophobia, the racism. So I believe maybe that both characters are Asian, but Iris is more assimilated and is embarrassed. Milk steak. To have a more overtly othered student glomming onto her.
It's so beautiful outside. The trees. Look at them moving on their own.
They look so real.
Of course they look real. They are real.
I like this low, sarcastic voice. Of course they're real. They are real. It's like Daria.
The trees are a projection, as are you.
Are you trying to be deep?
Deep? No, I don't think so.
Good. I get enough of that from the teachers. I'm much happier here. No expectations.
Yeah, definitely a Daria type. I keep flitting back to the past because it's less scary. And it's easier to see. Okay, can we go downstairs here?
No. It's our last day. I can't cancel it.
These kids are losing
That
it.
would destroy me.
Ooh, coughing. No. Don't do that. I think the cafeteria is this way.
No. It's our last dance.
Oh, hey, it's Iris. Are we in your way?
Yes.
Too bad. I heard what you said about Zhao.
Yeah, you're a bitch.
Yeah, you're a bitch. Full Paris Hilton voice.
Yeah, when did you become such an asshole?
I don't know. Do you?
Sure. Play innocent. No one will believe you.
I hope you get sick.
Yeah, this is our spot. Go find your own spot.
My mom told us to pack all of our things. An abundance of caution? What does that even mean? I think she got spooked by that obviously fake video.
What video?
You haven't seen it? It's not worth your time. That creepy kid uploaded it. He's just got nothing better to do than to trick people.
Oh, probably the kid on the roof.
Is that sanitary? Yo, girl, I'm selling. You buying?
No.
Chill. Aren't you Asians all about grades and working hard and shit?
There it is. Yep.
And I'll bet your mom sure likes being proud of you.
Yep, so that's exactly what the dynamic is with Iris. The pigeons do.
Violet, emerald, and pewter. Such pretty colors. Such gentle coos. Eat up. There's enough food for everyone.
It could carry diseases. Walls keep the wild things out.
Pigeons are not wild. They're feral. Our ancestors captured them and turned them into tools. Brought them over oceans. Cast them out when we no longer needed them.
Poor pigeons.
They were abandoned?
Exactly. And so they make a home on a strange land. Students, pigeons. We are all visitors here. Where's
Turn
the
them into
home
tools. Too true. I have some pigeons that sit outside my kitchen window, and my kitty loves them. She loves watching them so much.
I eat so much. I'm like a... what's the word in English? 垃圾桶.
What did you just say?
Come on, you know. Aren't you 香港人?
I don't understand you.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting you don't speak Mandarin.
Loki's doing good. She's calming down a little bit. in her maturity. She's really sweet. She wakes me up every morning and makes me roll over and like lay on my back so she can sit on my chest and purr and get pets. It's adorable. She's so sweet.
I mean, lapsapton?
This I understand.
You do?
But how? Is this another language?
Dumpster. That's the word. They should call me Dumpster Jow.
Okay, I can call you Dumpster Jow.
Sorry.
No.
What is the meaning of Dumpster Jow? Every sister has a name, and their name reveals their assigned function.
Dumpster Jow's function is to eat. A lot. You know I eat a lot when I'm sad.
Eating cures sadness?
No. It just makes you fat.
Which is based.
Oh. Why are you sad and fat?
Well, you won't take me to the dance, and I only want to go with you.
Dump Truck has calmed down about her. I think he's a little depressed and doesn't get as much playtime as he ideally should, just because she's been so demanding of energy. So I need to work on that, but and give him more time outside of the cage. But he doesn't get rattled at her. They don't really kind of bark at each other or get too much in each other's faces over the bars of the cage. She just sits on the top of the cage and stares down at him, pretty much. Let's all be sad and fat. Okay. So it's unclear if the friendship with Zhao is romantic. It sounds like it is just straight up romantic. Is there going to be homophobia in 2047? I don't know. What's going to happen? Any other ones? Okay. Perhaps we'll find out just now.
Are you okay?
Yep.
You are never by yourself at lunch.
Whatever.
Where are your friends?
I don't know. Why would I know? The four of us have eaten lunch together every day. Every day. I guess yesterday was the last day and no one bothered to tell me.
They are afraid of getting sick from people like us.
Oh, wow. Okay, so they are going for that much of a one-to-one correspondence to the Asian phobia that came from fear-mongering about COVID. Okay, wow, all right.
But I was born here. It makes no sense.
Turns out you can't assimilate your way out of prejudice, Iris.
My dad always says, a family that eats together stays together. You ever heard that? It's bullshit.
My mom and I eat and watch true crime every night. It's how we study English.
Poor Zhao is so sweet.
Good for you.
Well, you can sit with me. There's lots of room.
Yeah, I can't even imagine all the teasing and exclusion and worse.
No thanks.
But we need to...
Zhao, you need to work on your English comprehension.
God, she's so mean to her.
I'm trying.
Oh, shit. Okay, were we on the roof again? Oh, yeah, I mean, there was always such a culture of, mocking everything that Asian students, ate. Comments about, just vile fucking xenophobic
Is that
shit.
spit on your back?
I hope so. Because if it's not spit, then it is something else.
Here, take that off. We can soak it in the washroom sink. I have an extra sweater you can wear.
let me wear your sweater?
Put it on before I change my mind. You look good.
No, I probably still look like a FOB, like you say.
Fresh off the boat, right?
I mean it. The color suits you.
I thought you hate when I look like you.
To be honest, you'll never look like me. You don't have the resting bitch face.
Oh. Hey, are they always so mean in this country?
I promise that after we graduate, everything will be different. We will have freedom, choices.
Whoops.
Experiences that you can't even imagine right now.
What do you mean?
I mean, you'll go to parties, go on dates, join an ultimate frisbee team. Who knows what else?
I love frisbee.
I know you do.
大学, where will you go?
As far from my parents as possible. Where will you go?
It would be fun if we went together, right?
Man. Yeah, I can't imagine how hard it must have been to come of age during the pandemic.
A teardrop contains water, lipids, lysozyme, lipocolin, glucose, and sodium. This liquid expels from the outer edge of the eyeball and lubricates the entire eye surface during the action of blinking or crying. If the tear expels from the right eye, it means happiness. If it falls from the left eye, it's sadness. Tears are functionless. Worse, they are a threat. You learned this on the parking lot pavement the day your mother taught you to ride a bike.
Why is she dancing in place?
It hurts. You cried, cradling your skinned knee. Your mother looked down at you with disdain. Mumui, look around, she said. Everyone is staring. You can't show such weakness in front of others. You tried so hard to stop crying, but it only made it worse. When you asked why, your mother said, otherwise, they'll take everything from you. Why would they take my things? You asked. Because it is in their nature. Never let them see you cry. Understand?
Wow.
Many years later, you remembered this lesson when they defaced your locker and stole your clothes after swimming practice. The first sign of sickness is watering of the eyes and nose. Every student who showed any sign of tears was sent home. You went into the pool and dunked your head under water so no one would see.
Damn. Okay, we've completed all of our tasks. I think
You're
we're supposed to
back.
talk to Zhao again.
It was fun to spend all those times together again, right?
I'm not sure.
It's okay, Iris. Everything is okay now.
It is?
Yes. Now that we are friends again.
Man, it's so crazy. Like, you're just like a shitty teen. who treats people badly and has your own insecurities and emotional repression, and then you have to become like the savior of humanity, this like immortal.
Iris, you will come back to visit me? Please? Tomorrow? Promise you will come tomorrow.
Yes.
And will you tell my dad to bring my favorite snacks? I'm starving.
Yes.
I hope you find what you are looking for at the gym. I'll never forget that night.
Oh shit. Uh-oh, hold shift to run. Are we gonna need to do that? Downstairs and outside to get to the gym. But yeah, the developmental effects of the pandemic.
Declare yourself.
I'm detecting an intrusion. There's a third active agent in this communion.
That's not possible. A third? Is this Zhao's doing?
No, this is not part of the plan.
Yeah, some teacher friends that I've spoken to, said they've seen the most effects on, I think, people who were teenagers and preteens during the pandemic, that younger kids maybe haven't seemed quite as affected by it, but I don't know. Like if there's just like a critical social period that is particularly hurt by not getting to socialize and being in lockdown and all that stuff, but it sure seems like it would have affected. Because, I mean, it's also never stopped, you know? It's changed life so much. Oh, these students dancing. Very cool moves, guys. Okay. Return to gymnasium in this time.
This
after the dance.
Isn't right.
Yeah, self-imposed, isolated. That was one of the things that was really jarring to me when the pandemic first started, was that my life wasn't that different before and after, which was kind of a wake-up call for me that there were things that I wanted to change. And then obviously the degree of isolation got more extreme than that, but...
Diagnose. Where are we?
Impossible to say. My readings are inconclusive.
Be useful.
My diagnosis. I believe this is a repressed memory.
Are we in danger?
Very likely. The intruder has gained administrative access to this communion.
Are you sure?
I am. They were able to enter unannounced, divert our trajectory, and send us here. It is unprecedented. I'm trying to contact the others, but to no avail. We are several layers deeper than we should be.
And we'll have to find a way out ourselves. Keep your guard up.
Feeling kind of happy that people had more time to socialize online. Yeah, you know, I mean, there were a lot of... I really look back on a lot of the time that we spent together online, watching things together and playing games very fondly, you know? And the accessibility of events and stuff like that, like... Those were all good things, you know?
I want to live.
Yes. The Twin Peaks watch parties were so good.
I'll keep that in mind.
Same, and it really helped mark the time. Like, the Jackbox game streams that we would do, and then the Twin Peaks watch parties afterward. Like, it really, because everything was so samey during the pandemic, so it was really nice to have things to look forward to. And I remember like pouring a little drink every Friday night before playing Jackbox games with people. Like, that was the social event of the week, and it was great, you know.
Iris. You... Why would you do that to me?
What did I do? What did I do to her? This is a really cool effect. Find a way out. Okay. This looks really cool. Am I getting anywhere here? Oops. Not really. I don't think. The music is really cool right now. Does your car need big repairs? And I'm assuming it's pretty essential to have a car to do much of anything in your town, right? Or is public transit okay there? Like, or do you have trains? How do I get out? Where do I go? A little hard to navigate here. Can I change time? No, I cannot move time. This has a little bit of a Life is Strange kind of vibe, which I love that game. It's obviously very different, but you still do have like these disaffected teens with this very intense quasi-romantic relationship / friendship and baggage, time manipulation. So there's some similarities. The sense of foreboding and doom. One of them is doomed by the narrative. It doesn't seem like I'm moving. My city was built to emulate American cities in its grid layout, but you really do need a car to get around. Bummer. There's no like other mechanics game-wise. There's no jumping or. I can only imagine how well connected South London was. There's no sprint function. Doesn't seem like that's doing anything. Maybe I do want to try this area over here with a sprint. Doesn't seem like I'm getting anywhere, but... Yeah, having to take... Yeah, some people are like that with Ubers here. Like, just using rideshare apps exclusively. Which... Yeah, when you take into account car payments and insurance and stuff, it can almost work out, but... Not really. don't know what I'm supposed to do here. It is the time jump thing again? Okay. Okay. Oh, silly me. Thanks. Thanks for the hint.
I didn't want to leave it.
Zhao, do you know a way out of this place?
Okay. Cool.
Are you going to just run away from me, like always?
Okay, you're just progressing forward now. I got it.
You know, I wanted to run away too. I begged Ma. Why can't we leave? Why can't we go back home? I cried and cried until I met you.
Oh man. This reminds me of a classmate I had in grad school. Yeah, driving is stressful.
You told everyone at the dance. They said so. Iris, that was only for you to see.
What did I say? Did I say she had the disease?
I need you to listen to me. I'm not Iris.
I tried. You know, I thought if I became just like Iris and made Zhao disappear, maybe you would. But I understand. I get it now. It's what I deserve. You have been trying to teach me all along.
Something's gone wrong. I need your help.
No worries. Zhao can handle it.
A little bit of anger there.
Your eyes, Zhao.
No. I'm not crying, Iris. You said never show weakness. I don't forget the things you say.
Oh, wow. She passed on what her mom said to her.
It burns. Everything is so blurry. Are you still there, Iris?
Secretary, what can I do? Is this the only outcome?
This happened already, Watcher. A long time ago. There's nothing to be done.
This is your all, Mother?
So no worries, okay? Tell them everything about me. Tell them whatever you want. As long as I can keep leaving you letters in your locker.
Oh, there's the creature.
If I can keep watching you dance, making videos of you. As long as you will come to sleep over, and we can stay up all night.
Zhao.
Then no worries. Go ahead, tell everyone. They can keep laughing and hating me. I can take it. You know why? Because I am Dumpster Zhao. Right? Right? Just a dumpster. Just your dumpster. See? My mouth is wide open. Go ahead, Iris. Put your garbage in me.
Watcher, run!
Yeah, no, this game is heavy. It's really effective writing, and so many layers. So many elements of just real life things that were especially going down during the pandemic. Now we're in a hospital.
Iris, is that you?
Yes. It's me. I'm here.
They said you still no symptoms, but we were same time, same place. Hell.
The All-Mother, Iris, won't get sick.
You get to live when the rest of us...
My sister has an impossible idea. That those who get sick are chosen by the occupants.
Help. Iris. Please.
She promises to pass her gift on to others. To us. When we're ready.
I can't be a picture like Dad.
I'm sorry, Joe.
Damn. So sad. I don't know how she even got hospitalized if it's like this illness seems like if you're in the wrong area or you're where there's a breakout, there's like a 100% transmission rate and mortality rate. Or you turn into an occupant. Oh.
We're finally alone. Did you miss me?
Fixer? You're the intruder?
Hey, sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. We needed to get deeper, that's all.
How are you doing this?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's hard to explain.
This is wrong. No one from the other side is supposed to speak to us.
Yeah, look, about that, I don't have much time.
How do I know it's really you?
On the platform, you said to me, "Don't you dare come back."
Everyone says that.
Well, this wouldn't be the first time we've shared a secret together.
What if they hear us?
This many layers down, we're safe. No one can hear us. Cross my heart and the rest of it. I promise, okay?
What are you doing here? What do you want?
Listen, I'm gonna get really serious right now.
The bad kids stay. The good kids go. Good catch, Whitney Bay.
You've seen these memories. The All-Mother. Perfect, graceful, loving. Iris. Kind of bad news.
She was young.
She was only a child. What matters is who she became.
And who did she become? You saw. She put others in danger. For what? Her guilt? Do you truly know her? Do any of us?
It is not our function to question her.
Watcher, forget about that for a moment. She's not like they say. Nothing is like what they told us. She hits us.
Wow. It's her right.
We exist for her. She denies us immunity. Maybe it's a test. A test of... She whispers to an occupant. I've seen it. I've heard it. They're...
Stop. Now. You are confused. Worse, you're a traitor.
I know this is difficult to hear, but the others need to know about this too. Healer, Knower, BBF, you need to tell them.
I'm not playing this game.
Oh. You think this is a game?
I told you not to be reckless.
Watcher. Use your brain for once. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
They have a little bit of Iris in them, for
Don't you
sure.
think I know the risk?
I don't think you do.
I can't... I won't ignore what I've seen. We were supposed to end the occupants. Not fuck them.
Whoa.
She's going to get you, sister. I know it. When I get to the other side, they'll tell stories of the sister who betrayed us. A sister who was incinerated for her sins.
Yeah, her helmet says don't F with me.
A fixer who was good once. Who made a terrible mistake.
Watcher, we've been lied to. Every sister alive and every sister before us. We know the truth now. We can make a difference.
Send me back.
I trust in you.
Principal, she needs to know what you've done.
You won't.
Please, don't drag this out. It hurts.
You're not gonna tell her.
I thought you knew me.
I do.
Wow. Okay, we're in the gymnasium. What is happening? Okay, there's principal.
Watcher, you made it in one piece.
Principal.
I'm glad you found your legs. A good result for your first communion.
Thank you.
It's so nice to be out here again. I've been feeling walled in lately. You know, I was a watcher once.
You were?
Oh, yes. A very long time ago. I was standing exactly where you are now. I was just as confused, just as filled with questions. You are transparent, sister. Tell me, these memories, what did you learn?
They all got sick.
They had never seen anything like it. After all, it was not of this earth. We must be diligent, sister, or we will suffer the same fate. Under these masks, the disease will not harm us. Never be without.
For real.
Until the All-Mother's blessing, it is our lot to be bound.
The occupants.
All that you've seen is gone, pressed into the ground and covered in the disease they leave in their wake. They are a destructive force, a menace that continues to this day.
Zhao.
Yes, it's a pity. I know. Patience. We will have our vengeance yet. Trust in the All-Mother's plan.
Her name was Iris.
A very pretty name.
I want a name like that.
So you do. But I must warn you, Watcher. Nostalgia can be a dangerous thing. You've done well, Watcher. We are fortunate to have a sister like...
She was mean. Iris. She was mean. To people around her. Ungrateful.
She was indeed.
Why?
Watcher, what is your function?
To observe.
That is only the beginning. As a Watcher, you are given the most sacred of duties. To trust. She opens herself to you. You will see everything of her. All of her desires and all of her failures. Everything she's ever wanted to share and everything she's ever wanted to hide. You will be so close to her, you could draw blood. Please, I ask you to trust her in return.
Yes, Principal. Of course. I do. With all my heart.
We depend on you, sister. You hesitate. Something is bothering you.
It's Fixer. She tainted the communion. She used this bond to speak to me from the other side.
But how can that be?
I don't know. She is gifted in her function.
You're sure?
I'm sorry. I know you loved her. I did too.
Watcher. Thank you. Thank you for your service. I promise you, Fixer will get what she deserves. You've done very well. Grace to the All-Mother, Watcher.
Grace to the All-Mother.
Yes. Yeah, I'd like to save my game. Dang. Woo. Wow. Oh, this is really good so far. The writing is wonderful. It's working with a lot of different interesting themes, not just really talking about the psychological impact of the pandemic, but assimilation, xenophobia, generational abuse, institutional control. The bad kids stay, the good kids go. And they're really doing a lot with a little, like relatively simplistic graphics and same face and, you know, really basic mechanics, but you still get a lot of story unfolding in a really satisfying way. That really, like, just the little audio cues of all the kids and teachers talking through and trying to cope with the pandemic setting in. It really just gives you a sense of their panic. It's very affecting. And Zhao's situation is just, it's so real, you know, like I've known people who've been through exactly that at school or at work, to the letter, and just how isolating it is, or the sense of betrayal of someone who is in the same identity group as you and is more respectable, and so they try to distance themselves from you so that they don't get tainted by the prejudice that's like written all over you by people being able to visibly see that you're more different. It's just very well done. Really good. I wonder how many chapters there are in this total. I I kind of want to keep going, and I also don't. That was such a fully formed arc. This chapter, it was such a good digestible experience on its own that I also kind of don't want to bite into another one if I'm not going to get it done. Ooh, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go take a little bio break, and then we'll see where we're at in terms of playing a little bit more. And y'all can let me know in the chat how you're feeling about that too. Let's see. Is there anything else? Is there anything I should pull up while I'm... Oh, jump scare. That we should have on the background while I'm taking a quick bathroom break. Fever Ray at the Sydney Opera House. Upper body cardio. I just don't want to get copyright stricken. Oh, there's a new Marina song out. I don't want to get copyright stricken if I play anything. Maybe heal your frequency with forest therapy. Begin your day with positive morning. Maybe let's see if the deer trough is open. We'll just put up a deer trough video. Yes, okay. We'll watch the food pantry, the deer, real quick. Yes, go piss girl. We'll just chill with these deers for a minute, and I'll be back in a couple. So go take a pee, get some water, do your thing, and the deer will be here. Was wondering where the kitty was, but I think she's in the other bedroom, chilling, which is great. Okay, so everybody's still here. Did I miss any great deer moments while I stepped away? So I just looked it up, and this game is 10 chapters, about 14 hours total. So it's a little longer than I thought, which is great. I think maybe we'll explore a little bit more of the next chapter before we, because I did peek ahead, just a little. And there's going to be another communion. I want to have the whole communion memory as its own discrete experience, but I think we can do some of the table setting before that and see what else is going on in the chapter. Look at this deer's eyes. His eyes look so freaked out. I love these sounds. I hope some of y'all enjoyed these sounds too. Such good stuff. Ugh, we'll close that tab. I've been reading about the Zizians, so I have that open as well. Okay. So if we're all fed and watered and stretched and urinated and all those good things, let's do a little bit more of chapter 2. And then I'm going to start thinking about what my dinner's going to be. Hecky Almo, blue to red. Mask and bunker shield our head. All mothers dream from red to blue. Then sisters walk the earth anew. Hecky Almo, 6 to 1. Each sister's function to be done. Okay, so we have Watcher, Healer, Principal, Fixer, Secretary, and Bang Bang. Is that all of them? If function faithful sisters be, all mother grant immunity. But Almo Hecky love to hate, a sin does not incinerate. An ancient sister mother crossed, all mother's grace forever lost. Almo Hecky hate to love. That sister's sin we are made of. Oh shit. From shell to sister, hair to hair. Cut it down from sphere to square. Oh shit, okay. Make that square peg fit that. Make that round peg fit that square hole, basically. Each shape in sister her domain. Watch her, know her, heal her pain. Fire, fix what was profaned. And Hecky Almo once again. Okay, so there are all these clones of the All-Mother, and at some point they sinned against her, or in some fashion tainted their line, so that they are no longer a pure enough reflection of her. And so now their work is to fulfill these roles and make themselves fit these roles, chop themselves down to fit the roles, and do something to repair the All-Mother's pain. And then they'll be given immortality, join in full communion with her, and be able to go above ground. And that seems to be what they teach them as kids. Really cool. Really healthy. No, learning about original sin and things like that doesn't do any damage to people. Why are you asking?
Watcher. This is Principal. Please report to my office immediately.
Oh, I love that bed, though. I'd love to be able to sit up and read something like that.
Principal. You wanted to see me?
Watcher, I wanted to offer you an apology. I should have done more to protect you. Your first communion with the All-Mother should be sacred.
Wow, look at the details on her dress.
Instead, I worry how these events will affect you.
My faith in the All-Mother is whole.
You and Fixer were close.
We were not... close. If we were, I would have seen who she really was. I would have seen this coming. She betrayed all of us.
I admit, even I didn't see this coming from her. I can see she hurt you, Watcher. And I promised you justice. Sisters. Attention, please.
This music's lovely.
This is Principal speaking.
This Bang Bang. Healer. These like ones in training.
Today we acknowledge a courageous act. Your sister, Watcher, engaged in her first communion with the All-Mother. She functioned faithfully, hair to hair.
Just love that mask on Healer. It's so cool.
In this communion, she encountered a misdeed most profane. Fixer, our dearest sister, invaded the communion and sullied our most sacred act. Fixer betrayed us and slandered the All-Mother. Your sister, Watcher, was swift in her action. And it is because of her devotion that I can report Fixer will see justice. Attention to the sky, please. I present to you an artistic rendering of the events, as recounted by the All-Mother herself. Almoheki, straight to you.
Traitor, bad.
This is Watcher providing me with helpful information. This is me forwarding the information to the All-Mother. This is the All-Mother using the information to capture the offending party.
Why are they such childlike drawings?
This is the offending party confessing their sins. This is them burning for their sins.
Shit.
Again, in more detail.
Wow.
Once more. The end. She's gone? It seems the sins of our ancient sister grow ever more cunning, seeping into even our brightest.
The ancient sister who betrayed the All-Mother.
As such, I'm issuing a directive. All sisters, beginning with Bang Bang Fire, are to submit to Watcher for a mandatory communion. We must strengthen our bond with the All-Mother in these trying times. We must hold fast and root out the sin. Please join me in thanking Watcher. We never would have caught Fixer without her. Heki Almo, Watcher. You have kept us safe.
Damn. I suspect that my homie was not actually caught and incinerated, but we'll see. Optional, catch up with sisters. No, I would definitely like to catch up with my sisters. Are you kidding?
Principal, don't be shy. My door. How may I serve you?
I'm worried about these mandated communions.
I see your concern. But every once in a while, we need to take the extra effort to connect.
Will they understand that?
Embrace friction, Watcher. Change comes easier to some than others.
You said you were a Watcher once.
A faithful one, like you. But the train never came for me. The All-Mother had a different plan. It's a sacred post to stay and administer the orchard.
When will your time come?
The principal before me served for decades, with discipline and wisdom. She had been a bang-bang fire. I can only hope to be as faithful as her.
I'm sorry you have to wait.
I'm not. I will wait for as long as the All-Mother desires.
It's about the ancient sister.
You're worried. It's only natural. It is disturbing to know that her sin has returned.
Is her sin deviation?
Have you seen it happen before?
Disobedience?
I've seen pettiness, jealousy, vanity, rage. But Fixer's shameless disobedience feels different.
She was always an original.
A costly reminder that we can never let our guard down.
Thank you, Principal.
I value our little visits. Red to blue, Watcher.
Red to blue.
It's interesting that the stories, the illustrations were so childlike. Is the All-Mother herself that immature? Is she a child? What's going on there?
Congratulations, Watcher.
What do you want?
What? No, just good job.
Okay.
You look faint. Maybe you should sit down.
I'm good, actually. I'm really good.
That's great. I guess you can walk around, see things, feel things.
I'm supposed to commune with Bang Bang Fire.
Yes, of course. If you want to commune with your sister, go for it. But I'm sure many people want to speak with you. I'll be right here beside you.
Oh, her little voice.
Thanks, Secretary.
Secretary sounds very young. So we have a bar. They don't eat solid food.
Ah, Sister of the Hour, Heki Grace, and all good things. I'd plug you into the hazy fountain, but I'm not allowed to open yet. Sorry. Rules are rules.
That's all right. Too early for an injection.
Hurry back, eh? I'm toying around with a new mix. I want you to try it.
Always scheming.
It's got something sweet, something tangy, and a splash of color. Guess what I'm calling it?
No idea.
A blue communion. In your honor. You don't like the name?
No, no. It's great.
Ah, I gotcha. A sister burned is a sister burned. No matter the deed. I thought she was a good one.
So did I.
Come back later. I'll be here. Get happy drunk, sad drunk, whatever.
Cheers.
Blue communion. With a side of gossip, like always.
I thought gossip was the main dish.
You got me.
So it's not just the 6 roles. There are other sisters who just do like bartending stuff, house maintenance things. The lounge, okay.
A picture says 1,000 words.
Is it like the kind of like blank, like unassigned sisters or something? This area is cool.
Sister Blue, did you find your parcel?
What?
We were clearing out old Fixer's room when I found a box with your name on it.
Did you look inside?
I would never. I tucked it just inside the entryway of your apartment. This way you can open it in private.
You didn't have to do that.
I didn't mean to burden you, sister. We're all nervous, waiting for a new fixer to be chosen.
Let me know if you find anything else.
Certainly.
This is Fixer's room. Damn. It's so brat. Look at the one who's pointing. She's pointing like that meme of the couple making out and their flip-flop is like sliding off and the one dude is like pointing at them.
Sister Blue, this room is under quarantine. But please, rest assured, this place will be cleared out top to bottom.
That's Charlie, yeah.
Swept down for every last hair.
I trust that it will be.
Oh yes, I'll make sure of it. We don't need any bad vibes lingering in here. Here's to a fresh start, Sister Blue. Almo willing, I'll be working side by side with you soon. A new era, I promise.
So she's gunning for the
6-1
position.
May the All-Mother smile upon you.
Okay, so 6-1, that makes sense. There's 6 core roles. I don't know exactly what red to blue means other than just from Watcher to Principal.
Watcher, it is I, Fixer. Abandon your function and join me. I've tasted the glistening lips of the ancient sister. Together we shall squeeze the tears from Mother's eyes until her leathery hide falls limp to the floor.
What is going on?
No, you're not supposed to be here. My communion with the All-Mother is sacred.
And scene. Brilliant work, everyone. Everyone. Just brilliant. I just want to pause for a moment to hear some response from our surprise audience member. Sister Blue. Sister, we are so honored you witnessed our guerrilla theater performance, Sister Unfixed, the true and harrowing decline of our squarest sister. You must tell us, did we capture the truth of the moment Fixer invaded your communion?
A provocative interpretation.
We have dramatized it a touch, Sister Blue. We must trust our audience to find the truth that lies between our version and yours.
Between? But I was actually there when...
I know, yeah, that's right.
That's a good voice. Good voice line, good line read. Very good performance.
We thank you, Sister Blue. Your feedback is invaluable to our process and to ensuring that future generations know Fixer's real story. Visit us next time for another installment of Sister Unfixed. Again, players, from the top.
Don't pay attention to me, Sister Blue. I'm just an understudy.
Oh, there's shells.
A backup for the lead actors in case of an emergency. Say, when I speak my line like this, what meaning do you hear? Hair to hair.
You sounded faithful.
Wonderful. As I said it, I was picturing the All-Mother's own hair growing from my head. But what if I say it like this? Hair to hair.
Kind of spooky.
Right? I was channeling the ancient sister Sin.
Be careful.
You're right. The line between acting and not acting can get slippery. Anyway, I should get back to rehearsing.
Well, keep it up, sister. Or should I say, hair to hair.
Bravo!
So they're shells because they haven't been assigned a role yet. Or so I gather. Glass hall, maintenance bar, courtyard, and medical. The orchard. There's a lot
Ancient
going on
Sister Sin is back? How can it be?
I always find it confusing when a sign has that on it. Like, does that mean, does down mean below ground or does it mean behind me?
Look at everything the All-Mother has given us. Sister Blue, mind if I take a look at your mask?
Go ahead.
Subsonic filter at full capacity. Structural integrity perfectly intact. You take really good care of your mask, Sister Blue. I wish I could say the same for all sisters.
Did someone...
A couple of days ago, trace amounts of the virus must have gotten in. She had a bit of a rash on her cheek. My guess is she loosened her mask because it was itchy.
Red to blue. I look forward to the day that we can breathe on the surface.
Red to blue, sister.
Damn. We gonna find healer back here? Another shell? Wow, this is bigger than I expected. Whoa. What is going on here?
Sister Blue! This is grotesque. Will it stop?
Most shells don't go down easy. Thousands of years of experiments, and we still can't get rid of the fight response.
How are the shells chosen for study?
One must have the great fortune of being selected by Sister Pink.
How does she pick?
Easy. You make her mad.
What is the end like?
Sister Pink says it feels like the relief of a good night's sleep. Or the eternal buzz of a sweet injection.
Hey, Chicago. Welcome.
How does she know?
We're just winding down chapter 1 and 2 of this game, which has been really good so far.
I don't know. But why would she lie?
Does it hurt?
They don't scream like that for nothing.
What the fuck are they doing to them?
I'll leave.
Goodbye, Sister Blue.
What are they doing to her?
Purple. This one can be a knower type. A hint of orange. A bang bang fire type.
So they're looking inside of the shell's
Sister,
soul, figuring out what she can be.
What are you doing?
Assigning functions. Sister Pink gets the final say, but I give recommendations.
On what basis?
I mix organics, synthetics, and hair, and then pack it into a square. Before dropping each one into its cloning chamber, I look real close for what color I see.
So are they making the clones right here?
Look at this one. What do you see?
Looks like pink or orange.
Pink.
You're a natural. A healer type it is.
An interesting process.
A straightforward one.
You're sure healer
trained you for this? She meant to, but after what happened with Sister Green, Sister Pink has been unavailable. She's very focused on her, shell operations.
I see. Hair to hair, sister.
Hair to hair.
Okay, this world is a lot bigger than I expected.
What's on your mind, sister?
This is the chamber that Fixer was printed in. I know that was a long time ago, but it feels cursed now. Is the ancient sister's sin replicated at the cellular level, or is it even deeper than that?
I don't know.
Should I destroy the chamber?
Best to be safe.
Hecky Grace, sister.
Hecky Grace.
Wow, that's extreme. So this is a brand new clone. Oh my god. Pretty horrific. So no Sister Pink to check in with right now. She's held up.
I can't believe it.
So then one of the shells gets promoted to the role when one of them is called. Or...
Breathe deep. It's gonna be okay.
Oof. Oh, she's not coping so great. Center or the Grove? It's downstairs. Old Town platform. Okay, we've been to the platform. We know about that. Security. Let's check out the Grove. Is this it? This looks like this might be my house because it's blue. I think this is maybe where I came from. Oh. Huh. Just a grove. As it were. Glass hall maintenance. Oh, here's some blues.
Why did Principal graduate her of all people?
They're talking about me? I am a new watcher after all. Okay, here's the acting area. Okay, things are starting to come together, starting to get a sense of things. There's Bang Bang in the orange, who I'm kind of avoiding seeing first because she's the one that I have the next level with, so I don't need to do that. Courtyard, medical. We haven't been in the library. That's probably where Knower is, if I had to guess.
Why would
6 to 1.
Fixer throw it all away? Look at everything the All-Mother has given us.
Oh, here we go.
Ah, Watcher.
remarkable service.
So knower and secretary are not the same.
The All-Mother must be very proud of you.
I'm sure you would have done the same.
I suppose. I guess I've avoided being in a situation like that for quite some time. Or ever.
It's the last thing I wanted to happen. Fixer caught me completely off guard.
Of course. She was dangerously impulsive. A lesson for us all.
I guess Fixer's deeds will enter the record?
Yes, they will be logged. Somewhere in the archive, yes?
Next to the Ancient Sister's sin, I suppose?
She's being kind of shady.
Not quite on that level. Perhaps in a footnote. But thank you for your suggestion. I'll find the right spot for it.
Okay. Hecky Grace.
Hecky Elmo, Watcher. I hope you find some peace today.
What are you witnessing?
Sister Blue.
I always see you with Knower. Is she guiding you well? I guess libraries are meant to be silent.
You can leave me.
I appreciate the clarity.
Interesting.
Hecky Olma, Sister Blue. It's an honor to be in the presence of a sister with such unshakable faith.
Hecky Grace.
I'm studying up on the All-Mother's majestic poem. It's so rich with meat.
What have you learned?
Oh, each and every line is so loaded. Which one catches your eye?
Hair to hair.
Ah, yes, sister. For me, it's a reminder to pay attention to even the smallest detail, and a reminder that everything that came before us is passed down through us, including the Ancient Sister's sin. Although, how that came to be is a bit of a mystery. After all, it is the All-Mother's hair from which we were created. Anything else catch your eye?
Red to blue.
Oh, I know I don't need to tell you, but it has so many resonances. The glowing red bodies of the occupants and the scourge they brought to the surface. The many colors of you sisters. The almost dream of blue skies and breathable air. It's amazing how many different meanings you can pack into just 2 little words. Anything else catch your eye?
This was
6 to 1.
Yes, 6 sisters. Principal, Fixer, Healer, Knower, Bang Bang Fire, and Watcher. All to serve the one. Our great All-Mother.
Bang Bang Fire is so like one of these things is not like the others.
I take it as a rallying cry for our collective effort. Of note, you 6 and all of us shells are made from the one as well. And yet, we never say 6 from 1 or 1 to 6. She doesn't draw attention to the gift of life she gave us. She only asks that we offer our service. Anything else catch your eye?
Yeah, let's talk about
Sphere to square.
The phrase I find most inspiring. A sphere. It could roll or bounce any which way, leading a sister astray. A square. It has sharp angles and flat surfaces. It stands strong in its place. But today I just realized, a sphere is a 3-dimensional object, and a square is only 2. The cutting away of a whole dimension of ourselves. That is how focused we must be to serve our purpose.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, deep. Anything else catch your eye?
I better be going.
Of course,
That's
Sister
enough
Blue.
of that.
All this is second nature to you. Thanks for helping me with my studies.
Keep it up. Sphere to square.
Sphere to square.
Wow. Damn. That's insidious. That is frightening.
What's wrong?
Being a knower type shell really sucks.
You are bored?
No, I'm not bored. I'm enraptured, actually. Everything in this archive jumps out at me, screaming at me to learn more.
So what's the problem?
Nora has been the eldest sister for generations. Some people never want to give up their place. They'll just hold on forever.
She'll be called when she's called.
Hey, Sister Blue. You can't help with that, can you?
Oh, wow.
Pull
Some
a
palace
fixer
intrigue here.
on old Nora out there?
Don't ever say that again.
Okay. Worth a shot.
Damn. Somebody wants to be head librarian that bad. Just like in real life, it's hard to get a good librarian job. Very desirable.
Hi, Sister Blue. I can't talk right now.
Why do you look so worried?
2 of us are being tested on the Ancient Humans module. I studied all night, but I don't even recognize any of these questions. That other shell, she didn't even study. How did she finish so fast?
Did Nowhere give you a harder test?
That would be unlucky.
Just do your best.
If only my best was enough. Sister Blue, do you know what happens when you disappoint Sister Purple?
She teaches.
She reminds you of lessons.
No, she doesn't. Anyway, please excuse me. I have a long way to go. Without any luck or talent, all I have is work ethic.
Hair to hair, sister.
Hair to hair.
Well, damn. Did we see the other one? No, there's nobody else here. Okay. So purple is a little rough to deal with, I guess. Let's save this here. So it is looking like this area is a lot larger to explore than I thought. So I think I'm gonna call it there for tonight. This game has been awesome so far. I'm really excited to get back into it and work through more of the chapters. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid, to send y'all to. I know Spoonie was playing some games earlier, but we'll see what is going on. Oh, it looks like somebody else is playing 100 times resist, or 1,000 times resist. Ken Arashi VTuber. We might do that. The music is really good. The writing is really, really good so far. There's all kinds of interesting stuff about like forced assimilation and pandemic flashback stuff. Really just all around really cool shit. Let's see if anybody that I know is Stramin. Brixco Burr. Corgi Cam, Doodle Den, Germa. No, let's send you to somebody else who's also playing 1,000 times resist. So this is Ken Arashi VTuber. They are a few hours in as well, so they might be a little bit farther along than me. But this is a blind playthrough for them. So if you really are just hooked on this game and want to see more, you can dive in there. And yeah, I'll get this uploaded to the YouTube since Twitch is getting weird about their archives of stuff, and I'll be back on to play this game again sometime soon, hopefully, because it's really good, and it's a pretty short self-contained thing, so we'll bang out another chapter or maybe 2 next time. So thanks everybody for hanging out. It's been fun. We also had like a whole talk about like voice training and trans stuff for the first like 45 minutes of the stream. So if you want to check the VOD for that. Thanks for being here, Waluigi Bowser. You've been here the whole way through. And thanks for all the help and hints for everybody that has been lurking and popping out to help me when I got stuck. All right, I'm going to send you on over to Ken Arashi VT, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.